Our protagonist, Bai Hu, possessed an innocent and enchanting young disciple. Returning from travels, she delivered his death sentence. Betrayed, he grasped for a second chance. He plotted perfectly. The empress knelt, begging to serve him as a concubine. The demon sect saintess cooked his meals, serving him with utter devotion. All his tormentors faced ruin. Some paid in blood. A desperate chase unfolds in the deep forest. Danger lurks in every breath. Bai Hu flees. His face is cold. His eyes burn with hatred. Footsteps draw near. He whirls around. Fury erupts like wildfire. A snowy-haired girl strikes. Her blade flashes. This is Ting Shu. She lunges forward. Her strike pierces his shoulder. Blood sprays crimson. The air turns scarlet. She stains her master, the man who taught her cultivation. She rotates mid-air. Graceful as a bird in the wind, she lands perfectly. He collapses. She feels only immense satisfaction. She approaches slowly. Her voice drips with icy resentment. You severed my path. You forced me into evil. Do you regret this? Blood soaks her robes. She advances steadily. Killing intent chokes the air. Her sword glows cold. She plunges steel into his chest. A brutal twist. Blood rains down like a storm. His body fails. His mind fades. Despair consumes him. Dying, his memories drift. Visions of the heavens return. A veiled maiden, walking ancient stone steps. A journey begins. He recalls his glory, crushing the demonic sects. A golden age dawned. Now he faces this abyss. His own disciple returned to end his life. She was Xiang Wang's daughter, a collaborator with darkness. Her clan was exiled, their legacy stripped away. Her cultivation was destroyed. She should have perished, forgot. Faced with her blade, he mocks his own fate. A soul reborn. Must I die a commoner's death? His consciousness shatters. Memories break like falling glass. A crimson stain spreads. A morbid masterpiece of death. His eyes snap open. Pupils constrict. Terror grips his soul. He awakened within a formless, hazy void. He clutched his chest, gasping for breath. His eyes lingered on a fading dream. Bai Hu scanned his surroundings, muttering in disbelief. Is this the legendary rebirth? Before he could process, the space collapsed. Reality twisted and dissolved into nothingness. Amid the chaos, a brilliant light emerged. The system was manifesting once again. Glowing runes flickered before his eyes. Every cultivation technique was revealed. Manuals, elixirs, and his lethal poison. His life force was fading rapidly. Only 3 years of life remained. He sought early gains through ruthless schemes. He sowed hatred and seized power. His illicit affair invited deadly poison. His lifespan decayed beyond all repair. He scrutinized the system data thoroughly. He possessed the dragon-slaying art. It was granted at his inception. Every detail was perfectly recorded here. A flash of insight struck him. A guard rushed in with urgent news. Your deadline has passed, Master Bai. Confiscate the Yin Ting Su estate immediately. A cold smile curled his lips. His eyes calculated his final move. The sky turned a suffocating black. Rain poured down to cleanse the world. Guards escorted him to the manor. It was a ruin of decay. A guard dared to ask, Must you witness this? He answered coldly, No. He thought, I have returned to the beginning. He stored all the system data. Deep within, he hardened his resolve. He remembered the path taken before. He destroyed her path to immortality. The manor was completely sealed off. No soul could enter or escape. The Ming-An sect struck then. They stormed the capital to seize her. Bai Hu remained completely silent. This life, I shall not repeat failures. He smirked, recalling her mother's dying wish. No matter the fate, remain kind. Without hesitation, he activated the system. He traded enemy hatred for power. Inside, Tingsu curled on cold ground. Her eyes widened in sheer terror. She trembled, trapped in living nightmares. Memories of the black-clad guards returned from the total destruction of her life bridge. Every memory burned into her soul like deep scars. She understood the ruthless laws of Great Yu. Family treason meant the severing of one's spirit roots. All hope for the Tao path was shattered forever. Despair clouded her eyes. Was there truly no escape? The door burst open. Bai Hu entered with icy killing intent. Thing Tuyet trembled, asking, You destroyed my life bridge that day? The system blinked. Her trauma spiked, reaching dangerous, record levels. He grabbed her chin coldly. I caused it all. He spoke of the late king's pact with the shadow cult. She was the minister's daughter, raised in a gilded cage. Her entire life was built on deception and schemes. She was the chosen holy maiden for the demon cult. Shocked, she choked out, How do you know these secrets? He pinned her to the wall. His voice was freezing. Tell me, how should you be punished? She glared at him with eyes full of hatred. You broke my spirit veins. You destroyed my sect. He smirked, gripping her chin. You are my toy now. She struggled fiercely. I choose death. Her resentment soared uncontrollably. His face darkened. He grabbed her throat. He ripped her robes. You have no choice. You only obey me. He threw her down. His gaze was cruel and mocking. Without me, the demon cult would have sacrificed you. My dear little holy maiden. She lay frozen. Tears fell. She sobbed. Please, stop, he growled. Do you crave being a demon cult killer? She wept. Death is better than this wretched life. He laughed with scorn. How will you face the late queen? She went numb. Panic rose. Memories surged forth like a violent waterfall. Her mother's gentle face haunted her thoughts. At the hour of death, her mother left a message in blood. My child, stay true and kind. The message carved deep into her soul. Bai Hu approached. His voice was weary. I know you. Your saintess status brings ruin. Ting Shu froze. Her eyes went hollow. She choked back tears. I have no choice. She bowed her head. Quietly, I am yours. She sat motionless. Surrendered to her fate. He curled his lip. A triumphant smirk. A look of pity. Purely calculated intent. Against all odds, he did nothing. She opened her eyes. Not taking your prize? Bai Hu laughed coldly. Saintess, is my desire only flesh? One holding life and death? Lacking such triviality? I am not finished yet. Within his mind, plots churned. Breaking her was merely the start. He sought her absolute submission. Ting Shu clutched her robe. Guarded and suspicious. What more do you want? He stepped closer. Authoritative and calm. Call me master. Disrespect will be punished. She bowed her head. Her voice trembled. Yes, master. The system flashed. Data logs confirmed her submission. Yet his primary goal remained locked. Bai Hu calculated. 20 years of chi. Too soon. Meridians might shatter. First, master the absorption technique. Strengthen foundation. Ting Shu shivered. His gaze felt like blades. What are you planning? He wore a cold smirk. Hand over the soul-absorbing manual. Cultivate alongside me. Avoid the suffering of mortal flesh. She turned vigilant. Eyes gleamed with cautious intent. I remember every single word. Not one mistake. Read it now. Thin Tuyet sat cross-legged. She inhaled deeply. The incantations flowed. Heaven and earth aligned. Yin and yang unified. The four symbols returned. Golden light swirled. Ancient characters danced like nebulae. Bak Ho checked the system. Progress jumped to 93%. His eyes held dangerous approval. Ancient runes vanished. They merged into his consciousness. His cultivation reached total perfection. The characters burned into his mind. The system notified. Year 1. Absorbing technique acquired. Still, focus was required. The core remained elusive. Blue light engulfed him. Year 3. He touched the true depth. Flaws remained. Internal energy stagnated. Progress halted completely. Year 5. He filled the gaps. The technique evolved. He drained the universe. Time passed. The technique stabilized. Not yet perfect, but effective. Back in reality, the system warned. The technique was incomplete. Regardless, the system noted. He reached the introductory realm, a test of power. He slashed the empty air. A strange force surged. Mystical light merged with his essence. 3 clones emerged. They mastered the dragon-slaying blade. 3 years passed. He struck the dragon's heart. Blade art achieved basics. By year 5, it reached minor completion. His aura surpassed mortals. 4 more years. 10 years total. He grasped the ultimate strike. Blade art reached great completion. Bak Ho clenched his fist. Inner force gathered. Cold light flickered. His eyes burned with ruthless satisfaction. Finally. Success at last. He scanned the room. He snatched a black cloth. He threw it at Thin Tuyet. He issued a sharp command, concealing her face. Follow me outside. Thin Tuyet, bewildered, veiled her features. She whispered, Where are you taking me? Outside, the rain poured down like fury. It hammered against the roof tiles incessantly. Bai Hu strode out, ignoring all resistance. His icy gaze swept the guards. I take this maid for questioning. Continue searching for loot. A guard sneered with mocking intent. A mere maid? Are you blind, fool? Before Bai Hu spoke, he signaled his cohorts. Brothers, do not let this useless Bai Hu hog the prize. Enjoy the fun yourselves. The others erupted in sadistic laughter. Ha! Ha! My turn to enjoy. Bai Hu gripped her hand, dragging her forward without looking back. Thin Tuyet gasped, struggling to keep pace. She scoffed. I heard Bai Hu relies on party politics. You waste gold, crave glory, and lack substance. A shallow, decorative, empty shell. He smirked, amused. Royal blood indeed. 4 idioms in one insult. Truly educated. Suddenly, a roar blocked their path. Bai Hu, you dare transport prisoners privately? Do you defy our laws? The guard returned, looking treacherous. Hand her over. Leave this place immediately. Thin Tu Yet trembled, her lips stammering. See that? Your retribution is here. Bai Hu remained unmoved, his gaze calm. The Western Bureau outranks the Eastern Bureau. I am Bai Hu. Move aside. He stepped forward, voice steely. Chen Bai Hu, you are weak. Do not strike. Avoid certain death. Bai Hu brushed his hair, smiling indifferently. Such arrogance. Yet, I never suspected the demonic sect had infiltrated. His expression darkened instantly, voice dropping low. How do you know? Bai Hu smirked, eyes shimmering with disdain. I granted you mercy. You chose death. I shall accept it. 3 blades drawn. They charged forward. Reckless fools seeking demise. 3 sharp blades descended, attempting to shred him. Dust rose in clouds. Vision completely obscured. Smoke cleared. Nothing remained. Where is he? Stop these coward tricks. A whisper emerged behind them, like a ghostly omen. Pathetic, laughable, weak skills. The leader recoiled. Bai Hu's speed was demonic. 2 strikes. 2 deaths. Instant. Lethal precision. The leader retreated, trembling with fear. How is he fast? Bai Hu's sword dripped blood. The blood of demonic cultists. He stuttered, sweating ice. So, you truly know. Bai Hu swung. 1 fatal strike ended him. His final words emerged. The Min Ning sword style. Bai Hu channeled qi. Mercy denied. Justice accepted. Ting Shu hid nearby, frozen in terror. He was a monster. The rumors were false. The husk collapsed. Lifeless, empty shell. Bai Hu approached. His voice hissed cold. You found it funny earlier? He grabbed her collar. She gasped in shock. No killing intent. Yet, she shook violently. Are you mine? The word struck hard. Ting Shu stood breathless. Her face betrayed deep resentment, tears trembling. Why must you torment me so? Her internal system pulsed. Negative energy hit 85. Final condition triggered at last. Suddenly, light footsteps echoed at the gate. A shadowed figure in black emerged silently, standing amidst rain, like a death omen. The stranger advanced, scanning the bloodied corpses. 3 lives claimed. 1 strike. A clean, fluid execution of violence. Still warm. Cruel, yet absolute perfection. Like blood flowing from a dying heart. The stranger knelt, murmuring. Why does this technique mimic her blade skills? Could it be Bai Hu? Impossible. Mastery takes years. She gazed at the thundering, lightning-scarred sky. Something is wrong. I must investigate him. If he is clean, we unite against the Yang Yue cult. Moonlit night. Min Min drifted into drowsy slumber. Of course I remember. It is Min Min. Resting on wood, cheeks flushed, eyes glowing. Min Ning sipped tea nearby. Calm voice. Sister. You must investigate him thoroughly. There is something strange about him. Never underestimate this man. Min Min chuckled, eyes sparkling with mischief. You rarely focus on any man. Are you falling for him already? Min Ning choked, face burning, eyes darting away. Stop joking. He is just a pretty shell. I remain unmoved. Min Ning fled, leaving Min Min's laughter behind. This matter must stay in your heart. Min Min watched her go, eyes hardening. Every wandering man has dark secrets. To hold him in my palm tonight, I shall dress elegantly and test him. Night descends. Candlelight flickers within every room. Shadows dance wildly against the cold walls. Bai Hu soaks in steaming water. Mist masks his frigid expression. Relaxed, he studies an ancient, tattered manual. A prize taken from Song Shengbao, the secret relic of the demonic sect. He whispers. Should he channel all qi? His eyes flash with sudden, ruthless resolve. A frigid, blade-like gust shatters the window. An ominous, chilling aura stalks the night. Bai Hu alerts. Weapon gripped. Ready for war. He dons robes. Moves like a loose arrow. He stops mid-yard. His voice booms clearly. Show yourself. You coward. Reveal yourself. Silence returns. Absolute, suffocating, and deadly stillness. Suddenly, sleek legs glide from the shadows. It is Min Min, draped in allure. Silks flutter. Her voice drips like honey. Young master. It is only me. She approaches. Her words are velvet traps. We met at the bridge before. You were once my most honored guest. Bai Hu glances back. Cold eyes. Silent stone. Min Min opens the door, smiling seductively. Please. Enter for a private talk. Bai Hu speaks low. Eyes like blades. You truly want me inside? She touches his arm. Soft fingers. Calculated mischief. One night. I will pay double. Unmoved, Bai Hu follows her inside. The door slams shut. Darkness seals them. Min Min strikes. He hits the bed. Immediate. She tilted her head, eyes gleaming with seduction. If you have accepted, young master, please oblige. A faint scent wafted from her skin. Her arms wrapped around his neck. Her words flowed like soft silk. You are too hasty, young master. The night is still young. Behind her enchanting mask, She concealed a weapon. Murderous intent brewed against Bai Hu. Planning perfection, she smirked triumphantly. No need for further pretense. At the critical moment, Bai Hu flipped her. He pinned her down, his eyes cut like wind blades. Regrettable. Seducing me carries a price. He pressed his hand upon her. He drained her hidden inner energy. The system notification chimed instantly, detecting 10 years of refined essence. Bai Hu smirked arrogantly. My gratitude for this gift. Min collapsed, body withered and frail. Bai Hu scrutinized her face, eyes narrowing in suspicion. So she is the soft-bone sword, Min, he muttered, shock flashing across his face. Strange. She should be performing at 100 Flowers Pavilion. Did changing the story's path cause a butterfly effect? Min struggled to rise, her pale lips trembling. Young master, please spare me. I meant no harm. Bai Hu watched, cold as mountain frost. Who sent you here? Min bowed her head. No one. I came alone. Rumors spoke of your new maid. Curiosity led me here tonight. Bai Hu frowned, his killing intent surging. Breaking into a private residence at midnight. Under Great Yu law, this is treason. The owner holds the right to immediate execution. His words fell like sharpened blades. I could end you right now. Min's eyes welled with tears. Her voice choked. My strength is gone. My life rests in your hands. Please, show mercy. Bai Hu lifted her chin, eyes indifferent as stone. You think beauty can entice me? I hold no interest in you. Your beauty is shallow. You traded away so easily. Why degrade yourself to this level? Is your first time truly so precious to you? Those icy words sliced through Min's pride. The system reports negative emotion levels at 80%, Bai Hu sneered. A mocking smile curled his lips. Such few words cause this much emotional turmoil? Min braced against the bed, trembling. What do you want? He pointed toward the door. His voice turned frozen. Get out. I do not care. Do not approach me. Min froze, thinking she heard it wrong. Is this real? Suddenly, a clear voice rang out from outside. Chen Bai Hu. Both turned toward the echoing sound. Bai Hu opened the door. Min Ning, why are you here? Min Ning pressed him. Have you seen the courtesan from Baihua? Bai Hu pointed at Min Minimum. Her face turned ghost white. Rest easy. She is here, completely unharmed. Min Ning looked tense. Bai Hu spoke slowly. She offered herself. I refused her completely. Min Ning drew her sword. Her eyes glowed with warning. Chen Bai Hu. Touch an official's kin? The law demands 40 lashes. You become a commoner. Bai Hu stood calm. He showed no fear. I swear nothing happened between us. Min Ning swung her blade. It struck the ground. Tiles shattered to dust. Her gaze cut like steel. She glared at Bai Hu. I will investigate this myself, but now, a mission requires your cooperation. Bai Hu raised a brow. Curiosity flickered in his eyes. What urgent matter brings you here tonight? Min Ning's tone turned cold and decisive. Prince Xiang conspired with the demon sect. Remnants still hide in the capital. Mobilize your men. We hunt the traitors tonight. Bai Hu smirked. He found a new, amusing game. Demon sect remnants? Pure filth must be purged. At dawn, the Tian banner rose. Their crusade against evil began. Dan Kim Sun and Thusong Thandao once purged the capital of evil together. According to Bai Hu's plans, the moment for action was near. Whispers erupted from the bustling crowd nearby. Why does Uncle Chu sit like a statue today? This tea is mediocre. Why sit here? Another interrupted. You are all blind. Can you not see him waiting patiently? He watches the second-floor window constantly. He is clearly waiting for someone. Behind the curtain, a maiden appeared. Chu Yitang. Her eyes gazed into the distance, lost in memory. Just then, Bai Hu reached the meeting point. A voice resonated. Soft yet deep like mountain winds. Are they destined for a profound connection? Elder Li spotted Bai Hu, looking utterly shocked. Brother Bai Hu, why arrive now? Bai Hu smiled and bowed with joined hands. Elder Li, I have come to escort you. You shared your provisions. I cannot let you face danger alone. Elder Li laughed. Is this not overkill? Bai Hu stepped forward, his expression grave. Eastern Bureau is unstable. They plot kidnappings within these walls. He spoke coldly. We, the Western Bureau, ensure your safety. Elder Line's face darkened, deep in thought. I thank you. The Eastern Bureau is truly treacherous. Bai Hu smirked, his eyes glinting with cunning. Then let us see you safely to your journey's end. Sunlight touched the pavilion, casting golden, ethereal shadows. Sheng Ling laughed, stroking his beard. I dare not accept such honor. Bai Hu smiled, his voice laced with mockery. Will no one pour me a cup of tea? Startled, Sheng Ling just then, a powerful hand gripped his wrist. Bai Hu stared at Sheng Ling, eyes narrowing. Since I came to see you off. Bai Hu snatched the teapot and poured. His movements were elegant, yet held intent. He offered the tea to Sheng Ling. The old man trembled, smiling through fear. Out of respect, Sheng Ling drank it. A massive ship drifted toward the dock. The vessel arrived safely at the pier. Wooden gangplanks dropped for the departing guests. Sheng Ling rose, eyes fixed ahead. He hurried his thanks. The ship awaited. Bai Hu sipped his tea. Safe travels. Sheng Ling led the group forward. Suddenly, his vision blurred and spun. His body faltered. He collapsed down. Blood gushed out. Followers screamed out. "Elder!" they cried in total panic. His red blood turned pitch black. "Poison," he wheezed. Too late now. Bai Hu approached from behind. He grabbed his hair, jerked upward. Poison bled from the old eyes. Agony twisted his face. Teeth gnashed. One strike. Steel flashed. Blood sprayed. Holding the head, he summoned Western Bureau. The crowd froze. Terror filled them. Min Ning barked orders to advance. She charged forward without hesitation. They surged ahead. Blood stained everything. The severed head stared. Hate remained. Bai Hu raised it high. Energy surging. System alert. Absorbed essence. Gained 60 years. From the shadows, Wang Gudren lunged forward, unleashing an overwhelming bloodlust to launch a surprise attack. Bai Hu's gaze cut like steel. He detected the threat and turned with chilling precision. Wang Gudren swung his iron rod, shattering the earth and raising a cloud of debris. As dust settled, a massive fissure emerged. But Bai Hu had vanished from the danger zone. Burning with fury, Bai Hu hurled the creature's severed head at Wang Guren, shouting, "Eyesore!" Wang Guren's face turned deathly pale. His skin dripped with fresh blood from the explosion. He gritted his teeth, suppressing a violent rage. Bai Hu struck without mercy. He vanished, reappearing like a bolt of lightning. A thunderous explosion shattered the silence. Wang Guren was utterly crushed, collapsing onto the jagged earth like broken debris. The system chimed coldly. Target analyzed. Obtained 20 years of true chi. Bai Hu withdrew his hand, absorbing the stolen power into his palm. A flicker of annoyance crossed his face. He muttered, "Too slow. Should have sent you to heaven sooner." He unsheathed his blade. Golden light erupted, shattering the surrounding stones under immense pressure. The blade danced like a gale. Demonic cultists fell instantly, silenced in their tracks. Min Ning watched from afar. Her eyes widened in shock as she spoke. Peerless power. He shows no mercy. A truly righteous spirit. The system reported coldly. Current true chi, 21 years. Min Ning sighed, thinking, I severely underestimated his true strength. Bai Hu knelt, planting his hand against the ground for balance. His brows furrowed in deep thought. Too much power. My meridians struggle to contain this surge. He formed a seal, closing his eyes to calm the chaotic, swirling currents of energy. Min Ning rushed forward, her eyes filled with genuine concern. Are you injured? Have you recovered yet? Bai Hu opened his eyes, his voice steady as a calm breeze. I am fine. We leave now. Soon they arrived at the gates of a sprawling manor. Min Ning spurred her horse, warning him. Hold on tight. Don't blame me if you fall. Bai Hu wrapped his arms firmly around her waist, his expression unnaturally serious, as if terrified she might vanish. In the quiet moment that followed, he drew an ancient scroll from his robes. Extending his hand toward Min Ning, he spoke with autumn breeze softness. My thanks. I return this item to you. Min Ning glanced over, brows arched in deep suspicion. Is this not the dragon-slaying blade technique? For what reason do you return it? Bai Hu smiled, his eyes gleaming like mischievous stars. Min Ning, has anyone told you your subordinate is actually West Depot Centurion, Chen Zunming? The words finished. He leaned in, his arm wrapped around her waist, squeezing firmly. What he squeezed, heaven conceals. He teased. Does he have a secret fetish for you? The sudden squeeze froze Min Ning like stone. The system chimed. Negative emotion index, 92. She was mortified and furious. Her face burned like searing embers. She whipped her head around. You base scoundrel! You lecherous beast! Bai Hu, you cursed fool! Release me at once! The system's signal flashed instantly. Requirement for 9 yin-yang grudge art fulfilled. Martial arts initiated. Acquired 25 years of heterodox internal energy. 3 parts absorbed. Total energy now 70 years. Bonus 5 years granted from Min Ning's negative emotions. Bai Hu smirked in satisfaction. His eyes glittered with guile. The plan was flawless. Meanwhile, at a roadside tavern, students gathered, whispering in heated discussion. He is young, yet his strikes are decisive. His blade is fierce. Surely trained 20 years. In this vast capital, how is he unknown? One stood on the balcony, looking out. Master, everyone speaks of him. Did you see his face? Chu Yitang remained unmoved. She answered coldly. Though his martial arts are peerless, his sword takes lives. This slaughter-based path opposes the yin sword mountain Dao. She bowed her head. Voice a mere whisper. Years have passed. He has grown thin. On the crowded street, Min Ning's scream echoed like thunder. Scoundrel, get down here! Bai Hu dismounted. He stumbled, barely standing. He waved casually. A fearless goodbye. "We shall meet again," Min Ning screamed. "Scoundrel! This humiliation I will never forget." Back in his chambers, Bai Hu sat cross-legged. He calmed his internal energy. System alert. 87 years of cultivation remaining. He waved his hand. Manuals appeared, glowing like divine artifacts. He observed them. He pondered silently. Aside from the yin-yang art, he mastered 3 techniques. If he perfected all 3, he would reach near invincibility, early stage. Without hesitation, he channeled energy. The scriptures pulsed with life. They seeped into his very veins. He entered the trance. Spirit and energy became one. The system updated. An eagle descended before him. Bai Hu watched. He sensed the anomaly. Eagle descent and slaying blade were compatible. 23 years required. Synergy shortened the duration. Insight doubled. Eagle descent reached minor completion. At year 37 he merged them. A new technique was born. Bai Hu documented everything. He tested the raw power. After careful thought, he named it Sea-Turning Blade. Its force crushes mountains. It sweeps away all living things. System update. Both techniques are now perfected. Time blurred into nothing. Bai Hu opened his eyes. He exhaled slowly. His gaze was sharp. Success at last. Outside, a shy figure watched. It was Ting Shu. Distracted, she bumped the frame. The noise disturbed the air. Startled, she pressed against the wall. Her heart hammered like war drums. Inside, Bai Hu alerted. He gripped his blade. "I am discovered." Thing Tuyet moved lightly, attempting a silent retreat. Bai Hu turned sharply. His piercing gaze locked onto her. His voice carried immense weight. Eavesdropping is not a prideful trait. Her spine chilled. Her mind spiraled into chaos. She had once heard him speaking with a guard. Suspecting hidden desires, she followed him closely. Caught red-handed, she faced total humiliation. Bai Hu turned calmly. He demanded water immediately. Moments later, Thin Tuyet entered with a basin. She knelt quietly to wash his feet. Her movements remained gentle. Her confusion was absolute. Bai Hu Sai watched her. He smirked coldly. "Eavesdropper. This is your punishment." Her face flushed deep crimson. Shame overwhelmed her. She glared upward. "Are you trying to humiliate me?" Silence followed. Bai Hu seized her wrist. His gaze burned with intensity. "You dislike this task?" Before she reacted, he pulled her forward. His tone turned recklessly arrogant. "Then, sleep with me." She fell into him. Her cheeks burned bright red. Bai Hu pulled her onto the bed. He felt her frame trembling violently. He whispered firmly, "Stay perfectly still. Remain by my side." He closed his eyes. Thing Tuyet remained deeply conflicted. Does he not prefer men? What is his true scheme? Meanwhile, inside the silent eastern depot, within a hidden chamber, incense smoke drifted. Shu Yu raised his cup, smiling elegantly. The Blue Wave Dragon is legendary indeed. This man was Shu Yu, master of the eastern depot. He prepared to drink his tea. Li Long rushed in with frantic speed. His expression was panicked. He spoke urgently. "Chief! Disaster has struck. The entire demon cult was annihilated. Not a single soul survived the slaughter. The one responsible is the White Tiger of the West Bureau. Chen the White Tiger. 16 heads severed. No mercy shown." Ji. Yu remained calm. He sipped his tea slowly. He listened, then placed his cup down. The soft click echoed. A harbinger of a brewing storm. His voice dropped low, deep with contemplation. Did the cult not pay the tribute? He is greedy. He loves silver. Why act so righteous now? Linglong rubbed his neck. He spoke blankly. Maybe the payment was insufficient. They argued over gold. He lost his temper. He killed them all. Ji. Yu fell silent. His eyes sharpened like blades. Possible. Regardless, he must be disciplined. He needs a lesson. Li Long smirked. His lips curved in malice. "Chief, shall we test him? I heard he keeps a maid from Prince Xiang's estate." He shrugged with a sigh. "Sadly, he serves Elder Lin." Shikyu tapped his cup. His gaze remained cold and indifferent. "Have you forgotten? I also serve Elder Lin. We are allies. Why fear him?" The tea shimmered under the light. Ji. Yu smiled cruelly. He spoke coldly. "Tomorrow, I head to the West Bureau." A minor bureau. A lowly white tiger. They dare defy the East Bureau? Death is easy. 2 days later, the West Bureau gates opened wide. A storm approached. Shen Mo, the white tiger, stood in his official uniform. He entered the hall. "Chief, why have you summoned me?" A sharp voice rang out from within. "Enter." He bowed. "Yes." Seated at the head was Engo Kan Tang, director of the Western Depot. His gaze was cold. His voice lacked any warmth. "Tran Bok Ho, do you know what mistakes you have committed recently?" Bok Ho bowed respectfully. "I await your instruction, Director Nyego." Kan Thang remained silent. He signaled with a flick of his wrist. Lai Long stepped forward. He threw a stack of documents before Bak Ho. "Read this carefully first." Bak Ho picked them up. He scanned the pages. His expression turned to doubt. Before he could even ask, Kan Tang responded coldly. "The Eastern Depot filed those charges. I intercepted them at the Bureau of Ceremonies. Otherwise, they would have reached the Emperor." Kan Tang's brows furrowed. His eyes showed deep worry. "I stopped it once. Can I stop it forever? Tiet Du is a senior eunuch. I am only rank 6. Resistance is futile." Lai Long stepped forward. His voice struck like a hammer. "Tran Bak Ho. This case involves both the Eastern and Western depots. We share the glory. We must share the ruin. If the director submits that petition, our reputation will be buried in the mud." Bak Ho spoke coldly. His voice cut like wind through bamboo. "Then how should we proceed?" Lai Long leaned in close. He hissed like a viper. "Return the maid you took to Prince Tuyong's estate, or face absolute destruction." Lai Long's silhouette blurred. He circled Bak Ho's. A blade pressed against his throat. Cold intent radiated. "Is your life worth it?" Bak Ho cupped his hands. He bowed in acknowledgement. "Thank you for the warning. I understand the path forward." Lai Long smiled coldly. "That attitude is commendable. However, Tran Bak Ho, do not act on your own again. Do not disrupt the Eastern Depot's order." He growled the command. The air froze like midwinter. "Eastern Depot affairs. None of your concern." Bak Ho bowed his head. "I understand." Seeing the tension dissipate, Kan Tang lifted his teacup. He waved his sleeve carelessly. His tone was dismissive. "The matter is settled. You may both depart." Li Long accepted the order immediately. Bai Hu bowed respectfully. "My thanks, supervisor. I depart." Kan Tang remained silent. He sipped his tea, his mind elsewhere. Outside the main hall, Bai Hu called out, "Li Long, wait." Li Long turned back. "What do you want?" Bai Hu approached, whispering with a mysterious air. "Have you heard news of the demon sect Saintus?" Li Long frowned. Doubt filled his eyes. "Speak clearly. What do you mean?" Bai Hu chuckled, explaining the situation with precision. "Supervisor Wu is absent. I will speak plainly. My killing those cultists was not personal. It was for the sake of the Dongchang." Li Long's eyes widened. He asked in shock, "For our sake?" Bai Hu waved his hand. His voice turned grave. "The cult has secretly conspired with a prince. Their plot is lethal. One small mistake, the entire empire will surely collapse. Have you ever considered that possibility?" Li Long nodded. "I had not thought of that." Bai Hu leaned in, whispering into his ear. "I have investigated this in secret. The cult's actions follow a grand plan. It revolves around the Saintess's arrival. Once she appears, the Dongchang will suffer. You confiscated the prince's estate. You are trapped. I suspect you have no idea yet. You are being used as mere pawns. I acted only to sever their plot, to save the Dongchang from destruction." Li Long froze. His shock was truly profound. Bai Hu spoke coldly. "I killed them to stay clear. Small events can topple this entire dynasty." Li Long fell silent. He pondered deeply before speaking. "I have heard rumors. Information remains scarce." Li Long's arrogance vanished like smoke. He bowed low. His voice dripped with gratitude. "Thank you for the warning, Bai Hu. If the Saintess truly descends, should secrets leak, countless heads will roll. This debt is impossible to repay." Bai Hu laughed heartily. He spoke directly. "I heard Eastern Bureau holds the bronze bone technique. May I borrow it? Just for a moment." Li Long hesitated. He spoke with difficulty. "That manual belongs to Director Zhu. It cannot be revealed." Bai Hu sighed. He tapped his forehead, half joking, half reproaching. "So much for that great debt? Does my aid carry no weight?" Li Long pursed his lips. His eyes betrayed deep inner conflict. After long silence, he reached into his robes. He produced a heavy tome. He placed it in Bai Hu's hand. "Blunt, yet honorable. The Eastern Bureau never forgets debts. Take it. Practice it well." Bai Hu smiled brightly. His words were sharp. "I gain the manual. You gain intelligence. A mutual victory." Li Long flicked his sleeve. He did not turn back. He spoke calmly. "If that is all, I depart. We shall meet again." Bai Hu grinned. "Until we meet again." He opened the book. He whispered to himself. "Bronze bone technique. Requires 20 years of internal energy." This secret manual was indeed the bronze bone technique. The first 3 years demand suffering, hammering bone and sinew, forging the physical shell, enduring storms, training day and night, perfecting the outer defenses. After 10 years, Bai Hu hardened his skeleton. He refined his organs and marrow. Yet, this technique remains mid-tier. It cannot surpass its inherent limits. Upon mastery, his body, despite tattered robes, his body remained hard as copper. Bones steel strong. Blades cannot pierce him. He checks his essence. 40 years of cultivation remain. Closing the manual, he contemplates his fate. Copper bone art has finally reached its limit. He steps forward. Calculating the fleeting time, he recalls. Min Ning arrives in 30 minutes. He must intercept her before she arrives. Half an hour later, at Min Min's pavilion, Bai Hu approaches, knocking rhythmically 3 times. He speaks clearly. Miss Min Min, are you within? A soft voice replies, laced with icy distance. Chen Bai Hu, why do you seek me? Bai Hu smiles, murmuring, I have words for you. Min Min refuses, polite yet firm. Forgive me, I drank too much yesterday. No guests today. His smile shifts. Cold as a honed blade, his tone turns dark, heavy with hidden threats. Miss Min Min, surely you do not want Min Ning to resign and leave? Silence breaks. An angry, trembling voice erupts. You! Footsteps echo in haste. The door creaks open. Hesitation meets fear. Min Min hides behind the door. Suspicious. Bai Hu, what do you want? Bai Hu ignores her. Entering, he scans the room. You are not drunk at all. Min Min sighs, eyes wandering. Why pressure a defenseless woman like me? Bai Hu stares, sharp as a needle. A defenseless woman? What of the Long family spy network? Min Min stammers. You. Bai Hu cuts deep. Truth, like falling steel. The Long family has planted spies everywhere, including Bai Hua Tower. You are their vital pawn. Am I wrong? Min Min's face darkens. Her voice turns cold as death. Chen Bai Hu. You are here to expose me, aren't you? Bai Hu smirks, his tone cold as midnight wind. Min Ning followed her father's path. At 15, she joined the Eastern Depot. She belongs to the Tung Guiet Tree. Years of effort. From junior officer to 1,000-man commander. Yet, her sister serves the wicked path as a spy. He cast an icy glare at Min Minimum, every word cut like a blade. If the Eastern Depot learns this truth, will Min Ning survive? In the Eastern, Western, or Imperial Guard? Min Min turned deathly pale. Her voice trembled uncontrollably. What do you want? Bai Hu shrugged. He paced casually, his voice light yet sharp as a hidden dagger. Write a song about the Ming Am cult and the Eastern Depot. The content. The Eastern Depot colludes with evil, shielding the Saintess, guiding the demonic cult to escape the capital, assisting the Saintess's emergence. Before she could react, he turned to the threshold. He glanced back, words falling like daggers. Lady Min Minimum, do not play games. Min Ning's career rests in my hands. Min Min bit her lip. Her body shook. Suppressing her rage, she hissed through clenched teeth. You push us too far. Bai Hu ignored her. He stretched leisurely, as if clearing a messy chessboard. He walked down the steps. He left with the poise of one controlling everything. Once he vanished, Min Ning rushed in. Standing at the door, she shouted, Sister! Min Min asked in shock. Min Ning? Why are you here? Min Ning frowned. A sinister smile curled her lips. She lied. Do not worry. One day, I will kill him. The next day, the streets teemed with life. People flowed like an endless river. Bai Hu walked silently through a deserted alley. He remained unaware of Min Ning trailing him, her figure hid behind a corner. Her eyes flashed with lethal intent. With the instincts of a forest beast, Bai Hu turned. He whispered like a passing breeze. Someone is tracking me. Like a stray cat she follows, desperate to know my destination. He pretended to adjust his waist, catching her reflection. It was her. A faint smirk crossed his lips. He muttered into the wind. If you love watching, I will put on a show. Bai Hu followed the path to the suburbs. He stopped before a dilapidated shack, a secret cult hideout. He paused. He knocked on the door 3 times. The door creaked open. An eye peered out. Cao Yu asked with suspicion, Who are you? Bai Hu gave no name. He spoke calmly, reciting the secret mantra. The great Buddha emerges to illuminate this dark world. Cao Yu opens the door, harboring deep suspicions. You are one of us. Enter now. Bai Hu enters gracefully, offering a polite greeting. Liu Shi turns from the table, frowning deeply. Who are you? Why wear Jiniwei robes? Cao Yu taps his cane. My spies are countless, yet this man remains entirely unknown. The elder slams his cane. The sound echoes. State your name immediately. Bai Hu recites a secret incantation calmly. Heaven and earth shift, stars fall, light and darkness divide, the sects converge. Cao Yu gasps in complete shock. That is the forbidden absorption technique. Bai Hu bows. I am Song Shengbao. I return. Min Ning watches from shadows, her heart trembling. He is a member of the cult. He used the absorption technique on sister. Why adopt this name? Why betray them? Cao Yu recalls the past. His identity is secret. He stares at Bai Hu. Why reveal yourself? The Dongcheng has betrayed us. Why remain allied? He clenches his fist. Absolutely not. They schemed to eliminate our power base. They murdered our brothers at Xinjiang recently. Bai Hu recalls the blood-stained scene. Their manipulation must end now. Even the Holy Maiden is in danger. Min Ning trembles at these chilling words. Verify the truth. Contact the Holy Maiden immediately. By who? Inside, he waved his arms frantically, radiating anxiety. Honored Elder. The situation brooks no further delay. The Eastern Depot is investigating the Saintess. Act now. Or face total destruction. Tao Yu frowned, voice thick with hesitation. We negotiated with them, did we not? Before he finished, Bai Hu interrupted. Voice sharp as a blade. That is history. Days ago, the Eastern Depot cut all ties with our operatives. Rumors claim they are shielding the Saintess's emergence. Tao Yu stroked his chin, eyes clouded with suspicion. You suggest the Eastern Depot uses her to annihilate us? Above, Liu Shi slammed the table. The entire room shuddered. He leaned over the balcony, bellowing like rolling thunder. Elder! They chose betrayal. Show no mercy. Strike them down. Tao Yu remained unmoved, voice heavy and cold. The Eastern Depot runs deep. Open war is a death trap. Liu Xin stood up, voice hardened. A death trap? Over one woman? Bai Hu bowed, his tone frostier than morning dew. I have spoken. Calculate the cost yourself. I depart. Outside, Min Ning hid. Her heart hammered against her ribs. This man. Truly dangerous. A terrifying existence. Silence descended upon the room like a shroud. Min Ning turned, swiftly retreating. She must uncover Bai Hu's true origin. In her haste, she stepped on a concealed tripwire. The wire tightened. The hidden mechanism instantly triggered above. A cloud of fine powder erupted, coating Min Ning completely. She stifled a cry. Face pale. This is ruin. Vertigo struck her like a physical blow. Sight failed. Consciousness faded. She collapsed like a severed leaf. The disturbance alerted everyone inside the chamber. Bai Hu whipped his head around, eyes cold. Tao Yu went silent, gazing outward with predatory intent. Liu Shi roared like a bell. Intruders! Check the perimeter now! He pulled the lever. The heavy door groaned open. Liu Shi stepped out, eyes scanning. He recoiled, spotting the fallen figure. A Western Depot captain? A pity. She is quite the beauty. The subordinates approached, their footsteps cautious and hesitant. Bai Hu suddenly roared, voice like thunder. It is you! Cao Yu glanced over, brows furrowing. You recognize this man? Bai Hu's face darkened, tone cold. An Eastern Depot captain. How could I not recognize him? Min Ning lay motionless upon the frigid ground. Teeth gritted. She hissed through her lips. So you are a servant of the demonic sect. Do not expect an easy death. You will suffer eternal torment. Liu Shi lunged like a starved tiger, blade drawn, roaring like thunder. Suddenly, Bai Hu screamed, Stop! Liu Shi froze, turning back, eyes filled with suspicion. Why? Bai Hu analyzed coldly, his voice calm and steady. Killing an Eastern Depot man in the city is inviting them to scour every inch of land. Better to drag her to the desolate mountains, kill her there. Leave no traces behind. Liu Shi nodded, sheathing his blade, smirking. Your schemes are always impeccable. Cao Yu issued the order. He told Liu Shi and Ma Dodeng to escort her and bury the body without a trace. Dongqing Yejian and the others obeyed. Soon, deep within the gloomy, fog-covered mountains, the trio halted their steps. Liu Shi and Ma Deng pulled the ropes, dragging Min Ning to the cliff's edge. Liu Shi clicked his tongue. Such a beautiful captain. In a brothel, she would fetch a mountain of gold. Ma Deng gripped his boots, sneering. Blame her own path. Abandoning righteousness for the demonic way. Min Ning struggled, eyes burning with rage. You bastards. Liu Shi swung his blade, a wicked smile visible. Struggle all you want. Today you journey to the Yellow Springs. The blade rose like the Grim Reaper. His time had come. Blood sprayed like a fountain. Min Ning's eyes widened. Terror peaked. Yet, the blood was not hers. A gaping hole appeared in Liu Shi's stomach. Blood poured incessantly. His agonizing screams echoed through the mountains. Bai Hu had appeared silently behind him, his voice laced with mockery. I told you to escort her. I never said to kill her. Liu Shi collapsed, eyes fading, stammering. Bai Hu, what are you doing? Without a word, Bai Hu moved with lightning speed. One cold strike. His head was severed. No hesitation. He slaughtered every remaining subordinate. Chaos erupted. Blood stained the earth crimson. A cold, void-like voice echoed through space. Liu Shi, 25 years of heterodox qi. Ma Deng, 30 years. Bai Hu walked toward Min Ning, eyes cold as glacial depths. Drowning in blood-soaked dread, she trembled. Her voice shattered. What do you want? With the yin-yang art, he absorbed 17 years of qi. Min Ning's fear added 3 more years. 60 years total. He produced an elixir. He tilted her chin. She watched him. Bai Hu whispered, Here is the antidote. Drink it. Min Ning hesitated. Finally, she swallowed the medicinal pill. Bai Hu moved with fluid grace. He untied her restraints. She stood up, The numbness vanished like mist. The antidote was clearly of peerless quality. She studied him coldly. "Chen Baihu, what is your game?" He smirked. His voice was deep and steady. "Young Master Min, your martial arts are profound. You feigned weakness to lower the cult's guard. The moment was perfect. You rose up. 3 enemies fell. Liu Shi and Ma Deng? Butchered. Only I, Bai Hu, escaped to report the news." Min Ning frowned. Her suspicion was clear. "You are not with the demonic cult. Everything before this. It was all a ruse." He remained calm and continued his speech. "Wait for the poison to fade. Claim their heads. Deliver them to the Eastern Depot. They will be forced to battle the cult. Destroying the remnants using the depot?" Man Ning clenched her fists, eyes narrowing in deep contemplation. Was he truly untainted by the demonic sect? This was merely a trap to draw the Eastern Depot into the fray. The target remained the core of the demonic sect. His depth was terrifying. His machinations were so seamless they sent chills down one's spine. Bai Hu turned nonchalantly, tossing a provocative remark over his shoulder. "The plan is set. Follow or not. Otherwise, I visit Baihua Pavilion. I shall enjoy your sister's melody." Half an hour later, inside the Eastern Depot headquarters, Shu Yu set down his tea. His gaze turned ice-cold. From where did these rumors of us shielding the demonic saintess emerge? Li Chendi lowered his head cautiously. "Director, a nursery rhyme is spreading outside. It implies the Ming-An sect and the Eastern Depot are colluding. It claims the saintess hides within our manor." Shu Yu crushed the teacup. His voice turned into a frost-bitten blade. "Does the demonic sect truly believe such petty rumors can shackle the Eastern Depot?" Li Chendi fell silent for a moment before speaking slowly. "The demonic sect may be seeking our protection for their saintess. Using the tiger for shelter?" Shu Yu scoffed coldly, eyes like steel blades. "A pack of fools. The Ming sect has clearly rotted their brains." Shui Yu issued a stern command. "Cut all ties with the demonic sect. Send a clear warning," he commanded swiftly. His decree was absolute. "Track the legend of the saintess's arrival. If the rumors hold truth, the Eastern Depot must strike first." At that moment, Man Ning entered, struggling with 3 heavy cloth bags. She reported calmly, "Director, I have a vital matter to disclose." Shui Yu and Li Chendi turned in unison. Their expressions shifted into pure shock. Meanwhile, elsewhere, the tides of fate shifted again. Bai Hu struck the wall. Rage consumed him, echoes like thunder. Bloodied and battered, breathing heavily, he sprinted toward the tavern. He shouted for the elder. The elder's face darkened. He stepped forward in alarm. "What befell you?" A face turned deathly pale. A voice trembled with fear. Bai Hu recounted the truth. The 1,000 household commander feigned his wounds. He ambushed them. Liu Shi and Ma Deng were slaughtered. I barely escaped with my life. Killing intent surged. The elder smashed the table. "Despicable Eastern Depot curs. Utterly vile." Bai Hu sighed in relief. He requested leave to recover, warning the elder to stay vigilant. The elder nodded in silence. His eyes burned with a blood oath. Bai Hu bowed deeply, offering his sincere gratitude. "Many thanks." Hours passed as he quietly returned to his residence. Reclining in warm water, his eyes betrayed deep calculations. Inciting the Eastern Depot and demon sect is suicide. His maneuvers today were meant to sow deep distrust. The ultimate goal is their mutual destruction. He waits. The fisherman reaps the profit. Yin Tingsu entered, her voice soft. "Did you summon me, master? I have something to confess." This line contains no content and is skipped. Without warning, Bai Hu pulled her into the water. Water splashed. She fell into the basin. Yin Tingsu gasped. "Master, please stop this." He smirked. "Be still. You know my intentions." System report. Negative emotion surged to 85. 3 years of cultivation gain. Bai Hu spoke coldly. She trembled. "Please, do not force me." He smiled. The stimulation exceeded all expectations. His hand neared her chest. The air turned heavy. Yin Tingsu shook her head, pleading. "Please, no." He stopped. He produced a single scroll. His tone remained flat. "A severance contract. Sign it." Yin Tingsu froze. Her eyes filled with doubt. He explained. She would take the name Yin Jiaoyu. Once the storm passes, her identity will change. She recoiled. "I will not sign it." Bai Hu gripped her hand. His strength turned bone-chilling. He forced her fingerprint onto the scroll. "Sign or suffer." His voice thundered. "Do you dream of escaping me? Stay here. Wait for my commands." She bowed her head, concealing her burning rage. Mission accomplished. He left. His back remained cold, emotionless. Night fell. His mansion sank into total silence. Min Ning watched from the wall, observing every movement. She descended silently like a falling leaf. Her steps were soft, yet rage burned within. "Chan Baihu. Our blood debt ends today." She poked the window screen. Eyes peered inside. An Tingsu froze. Their eyes locked instantly. Inside the mansion, he entered with cold poise. The demonic cult reacts. He stopped abruptly. He kicked the door open. The room was deathly empty, brows furrowed. He snatched the hidden note. The text read, "Hide the Saintess's secret, or release my sister at once." Cruelty flashed. "So, it was you." Deep woods. A cabin hidden by shadows. Min Ning paced. Her nerves were frayed. Why delay? Was my message unclear? Did he find her already? A soft knock. Her eyes brightened. Finally, she lunged forward. Time was running out. Boom! Steel pierced the door. Aimed perfectly, wood shattered. The door turned to dust. Seeing Antingsu, the cultists roared. They captured her. Min Ning turned cold. This is catastrophic. At the gates, the cult gathered. Killing intent surged. A roar thundered. Betrayers! Slaughter them all! Shu Yu glared. His eyes were blades. What is happening? Li Chendi sweated. His voice faltered. The cult attacks. They have betrayed us. Shui Yu drew. Guards of the training ground, follow me. Eradicate the remnants of the demonic sect. Thunder shook the heavens. Lightning tore through the night. Rain fell like a torrential flood. The demonic army charged like wolves. They assaulted the Eastern Depot forces. Li Chenyi roared. His voice drowned the storm. Under the Emperor's feet? Death is certain. A demonic disciple charged. He rushed Zhu Yu like a moth to flame. The chief stood motionless. He was calm as a stone statue. The enemy entered range. He struck with lightning speed. Splat! His hand pierced the chest. The heart crushed like wet mud. Expressionless, he commanded. If you find the Saintess, kill her immediately. In a corner of the city, Min Ning pulled Yin Tingshu. They sprinted desperately through the rain. She gritted her teeth. Why did the demonic sect arrive so quickly? A pursuer screamed. The Saintess is being held by the Eastern Depot. Rescue her now. The sect members pursued relentlessly. They closed the trap. Min Ning grew pale. We are blocked. Damn it. One pulled 3 projectiles. Release the Saintess. He launched them at her. Min Ning parried. Holding on is suicide. I must break through now. She unleashed the dragon saber technique. Her blade became a raging tempest. She swept the fodder away. The leader stood tall. His eyes were cold. He blocked her path forward. He launched a swarm of needles. The sharp needles flashed in the rain. They cut the air. Min Ning deflected them. One needle slipped past her guard. It struck Yin Tingsu behind her. The leader paled. Disaster. I injured the Saintess. Min Ning leaped high. She roared like thunder. This ends here. Die! Yin Tingshu stood stunned. The scene was horrific. Her eyes widened. Pure, unadulterated terror. The enemy was sliced in two. Blood sprayed like a crimson fountain. She began to tremble. Her legs gave way. Min Ning approached. She placed a hand on her shoulder. Follow this path. Suddenly, the Imperial Guards appeared. Heavy footsteps. Overwhelming presence. They scanned the steaming corpses. Their eyes locked onto Antingsu. One soldier demanded an answer. Min Ning, who is this? Is she the demonic Saintess? The commander scowled. His gaze turned icy with suspicion. He bellowed. Min Ning, you dare! The overseer gave clear orders. Why hide the Saintess? Min Ning furrowed her brows. She asked in shock. What order? The commander drew his blade. Pure slaughter. Kill the Saintess immediately. As the blade fell, Bai Hu emerged. Halt! His low voice echoed. The group spun around instantly. He flashed a smile. A smile cold as winter ice. Min Ning. You made me search everywhere? Anting Su rushed forward. She sobbed. Save me! An Imperial Guard roared. Who are you? Before he finished, he was torn in two. Invisible blade. Bai Hu glanced away. His voice dripped with disdain. Another charged in fury. Traitor! Die now! Bai Hu did not move. He simply raised his blade. His movements were chillingly calm. He looked on lazily. Overestimating yourself. Seeking your own death. A cold snort. He poured energy into his blade. One strike. Finished. The commander stood trembling. Terror consumed him. Too fast. Bai Hu gathered energy into his sword. Spiritual power surged. Killing intent flooded the area. His voice hit hard. Regardless of rank, find the Saintess. Kill them all. He swung his blade. A lethal whirlwind devoured the guards instantly. The commander hissed. You are a demonic remnant. Die! He drew his sword. A blinding light struck toward Bai Hu. Facing the attack, Bai Hu remained perfectly still. He unleashed his palm strike. The dragon ascends to heaven. Hearing the name, the commander screamed. Everything is lost! A golden dragon phantom emerged, roaring and shattering the opponent's sword intent, incinerating his body in an instant. Man Ning stood stunned, eyes wide. Is this not my dragon saber technique? Bai Hu turned, his voice cold as frost. Take the Saintess to my estate. He paused briefly. delivering a cold warning. If she is missing, bear the consequences. With those words he turned, his cold silhouette vanishing like a breeze in the rainy night. At that very moment, within the Eastern Depot's execution grounds, a heaven-shaking catastrophe erupted. Bodies lay scattered everywhere. Blood stained the earth, painting a portrait of living hell. Inside the inner courtyard, the battle raged on, the clashing of weapons echoing like rolling thunder. "Jing," you shouted in fury. "Old man, we worked together for years. Why this betrayal?" The old man sneered, his eyes razor-sharp. "Silence. Faithless fools deserve no life." With that, he unleashed a fierce strike, momentum crushing like a tidal wave. Ji Yu countered with his sword. Two immense powers collided violently. Yet, Ji Yu's desperate counter dissipated like mist beneath the scorching sun. A single strike shattered his defenses, forcing blood from his lips. He staggered, his robes drenched in crimson. The great elder gritted his teeth, swinging his staff like a divine dragon descending. "If I fail to slay you today, how can I face the supreme saintess?" Shikyu suppressed his agony, parrying with stubborn, frantic eyes. "Kill me, yet you remain trapped here." The great elder raised his staff high, killing intent spiraling like a hurricane. "Die." Yet, as the staff descended, a blade pierced his chest like a flash of lightning. Xiang froze in place, his eyes glazed with utter disbelief. He trembled, choking out a name. "Zhenchuan Bai Hu." Bai Hu retracted his blade. The great elder collapsed like a withered tree, his smile cold as glacial ice. "Superintendent Ji, it has been far too long." Before the words died, he lunged, a heaven-crushing kick slamming into Shiyu's gut, drawing instant blood. He seized the man's head with a grip cold as tempered steel. A surge of violent energy flooded Shi Yung's body like a collapsing dam. Unable to resist, Ji Yung's body bloated monstrously as he shrieked in agony. In his dying breath, he choked out, "Why betray us?" Bai Hu replied calmly, "The plan is complete." Dispatching Ji Yong, he retreated, finding a corpse with hair white as snow. He disguised himself, becoming Yin Tingshu with flawless precision. A body swapped. The world remains blind. Finished. Hurried footsteps echoed from outside. A man roared. "Where is Battalion Commander Chen?" Director Nego asked, his voice cold. A Jin Wei bowed. His whereabouts remain unknown. At that moment, Chen Baihu stepped out, hands clasped, demeanor serene. "This subordinate is here." Director Engo squinted, his gaze filled with suspicion. "Chen Baihu, what is the meaning of this? You serve the West Bureau. Why arrive first?" All eyes turned. Suspicion hung like a game mid-play. Baihu smirked, his voice biting and ironic. "Does the director suspect me of foul play?" Director Nego paused. "Your words. What is your meaning?" Baihu remained calm, eyes deep like abysses. "Director, stop judging. My martial arts are weak. How could I match the brave Ji?" Furthermore, he paused. His gaze flashed like an unsheathed blade. "Li Chendi secretly gave me the Bronze Bone Manual, a token of our alliance." Li Chendi stepped forward, nodding in swift confirmation. "His words are true." That event transpired. Baihu turned his gaze toward the inner room. He raised a brow, feigning tears. He walked heavily, sitting beside Ji Yu's corpse. His expression mirrored grief for a lost relative. His voice drifted, thin as dying incense. "This manual was written by Director Ji. He was effectively my master. Why would I betray my own teacher? We serve Elder Lin. Why would we kill each other?" Director Nyugo clenched his fists, face solemn. He bowed, voice apologetic. "Chen Baihu, I have wronged you." Baihu bowed low, expression fleeting as autumn leaves. He replied solemnly, "I only lament my own weakness. I failed to save the chief at the hour of death." Standing tall, he gestured with the dramatic flair of a veteran actor. "Chief Tai was a hero. Record the truth. Preserve his legacy. Never forget the Eastern Depot brothers who died in battle. They were brave, unyielding, equal to the chief himself. Do not let their noble deeds vanish into oblivion." His words rang out like a bell, stunning the Imperial Guards. "Truly righteous. A man of honor. He cherishes his brothers." Chief Wu nodded, voice firm as stone. "Consider it done. Justice shall prevail." At the Baihu mansion, Min Ning stood frozen. Her gaze was deeply troubled. She wondered, what is the true depth of his power? My family's dragon blade technique. How does he possess it? Her intuition sensed more. His footwork was strange, utterly foreign to the guards. Min Ning whispered, her eyes swirling with confusion. He is an anomaly. Suddenly, familiar footsteps approached. She started in shock. Chen Baihu returned. He approached, voice cold as frost. "Where is she?" Min Ning recoiled. His overwhelming aura crushed her spirit. She trembled like a falling leaf. She stammered. She is inside. I removed the silver needles. I applied the medicine." Baihu ignored her. Each heavy footstep shattered her nerves. He pointed at her. Eyes glacial, voice hard as steel. Min Ning. Attempt to take her. Test your life. His voice dropped. Pure killing intent surfaced. You are the prince's daughter. But she is your sister. Do not touch her. Min Ning shook. She pressed her lips shut and nodded frantically. I understand. I know. Please. Spare my sister. Gritting her teeth, she gathered her courage to deliver a stinging retort. Kill me then. I know your filthy, perverted secrets. Unfazed, Baihu formed a strange hand seal. A cold, dismissive gesture. He grabbed her chin. Eyes blazed like a wild beast. Giving her no escape, he crushed his lips against hers. A brutal, violent kiss. A long silence passed before he released her. An oppressive atmosphere lingered in the air. Man Ning fell backward, scrambling away in panic. Her face flushed with absolute terror. Baihu let out a cold snort. Get out! Attempt no further petty schemes. At that precise, shadowed hour, the East Depot. Director Nigo ordered raw tents erected quickly. A desperate response to the growing chaos. Subordinates gathered the fallen soldiers' bodies. They inspected every corpse with extreme care. A subordinate reported with deep reverence. Deputy Director Tong, is the death toll finalized? With a calm yet heavy tone, Ngyo spoke. Deputy Director Tong offered his reply. All fallen East Depot warriors are recorded. Director Nigo may report to the Empress. Director Nego nodded, his gaze heavy. These lives sacrificed to protect the capital. I shall etch this sacrifice into memory. Deputy Tong produced a list, sounding uneasy. Director, I fear demonic remnants remain hidden. 21 bodies lie in one spot. This is highly irregular. Nengo took the scroll, brows furrowed deep. Why do you suspect foul play? Deputy Tong answered with cautious precision. The scouts report identical fatal wounds. 1 or 2 strikes finished them. He paused. His voice hit like stone. Director Tiet could finish them quickly. He is a 5th-rank martial arts master. A demonic powerhouse remains hidden in shadows. Director Nugo narrowed his eyes in suspicion. Could it be a 6th-rank master? Deputy Tong shook his head. Grave. Likely far beyond that level. He fought the Granny Elder and Shu. He even clashed with Director Shu directly. Suddenly, a Jinyue guard rushed inside. Panting, he reported. Director, Elder Lin requests audience. Ngengo nodded. Elder Lin's spies were sharp. Bring him inside. A silver-haired man entered shortly thereafter. He bowed before. Director Nyego froze upon seeing the man. It was young Master Lin Er. The young master stepped forward with indifference. He clasped his hands. He ignored the suffocating pressure. He sat down. He crossed his legs confidently. He spoke coldly. Apologies. My father heard of the cult attack. I am here to investigate. Deputy Director Tong bowed low. We reported the incident to your estate already. Young Master Lin Er nodded slowly. My father knows the Eastern Depot well. The director position remains vacant. Have you chosen a suitable temporary replacement? Director Nugo replied calmly. Only the Emperor decides such appointments. Young Master Lin Er smiled meaningfully. My father believes in imperial loyalty. Great matters require urgent, unified consensus. You should recommend a worthy candidate. Director Nego nodded, his tone grave. If necessary, Deputy Director Tong will command until the court decides. Lin Er chuckled. His gaze turned sharp. Deputy Director Tong. What do you think? Tong waved frantically. I lack the required ability. Lin Er smirked. He spoke with ease. Since you declined, my father suggests the Western Depot's White Guard. Chen has earned merit. Make him commander and acting director. Is that not fair? Director Nigo frowned. Only one commander exists. If he rises, what becomes of Min Ning? Silence followed. The atmosphere grew heavy. Deputy Director Tong intervened immediately. Min Ning is missing from this incident. Appoint Chen as commander and acting Eastern Director. Director Nugo hesitated. Tong pressed his advantage. Elder Lin trusts the White Guard implicitly. This is merely a temporary role. The Empress Dowager will send an official replacement. Director Nigo sighed. That sounds reasonable. Second young Master Lin remained silent, smiling with cold satisfaction. At that moment, Chen Baihu's manner turned deathly still. He watched Yin Tingshu. She lay pale as a withered petal. Her eyes fluttered open. He spoke with winter's chill. Finally awake? He turned sharply. Brows furrowed. He bellowed. Know your sin? He reached out. His touch was arrogant, commanding her gaze. His eyes were blades. He sneered. Dare you flee again? Yin Tingshu knelt. Head bowed. She whispered. I dare not. Baihu's voice turned deep. Like ice beneath a frozen lake. Try to escape again. You will face unimaginable, agonizing consequences. His tone shifted suddenly. I bring joyous news, my dear. The demonic saintess is dead. My puppet died in your stead. I have sacrificed so much. Do I not deserve your affection? He discarded his robe. His movements were slow, deliberate, and predatory. He tilted his head. In the blink of an eye, he surged. He pinned her down. He was shirtless and looming over her. Her face burned red, like a ripened fruit. Teeth bit lips. Her eyes brimmed with fury and terror. He gripped her garment. One violent tug. Fabric tore. Her skin gleamed. He laughed harshly. I stay here. We have all night. Yin Tingsu panicked. She scrambled to cover herself. She shrieked. He merely sneered. His eyes gleamed. Serve me well. Do not disappoint. She saw his arousal. She paled. Cold sweat drenched her. What is this? Was the rumor false? Was he not attracted to men? He offered no words. He cupped her face. He forced a kiss. Amidst the suffocating intimacy, an urgent voice pierced the silence outside. Chen Baihu. Superintendent Zhao awaits. He frowned. Suspicion burned within him. Superintendent Wu? Is that you? Have I left a trail? He ignored the summons. He continued his relentless assault. 2 minutes passed. He finished, drenched in his own sweat. The scene shifted. He stood in the hall, composed and regal. Greetings, young Master Lin. Commander Engo. Commander Nigo nodded once. Enough formalities. This is urgent. Baihu mused. He served Elder Lin. The Lin faction dominated through tyranny. Corruption reigned. The court despised them. No one dared intervene. Why visit me? Is this misfortune? Thoughts spiraled. He bowed low. Why does young Master Lin grace me? Commander Ngo spoke coldly. The Eastern Bureau succession is decided. Baihu waved his hands. His voice dripped with deep caution. Such grave matters require careful deliberation. No haste. Young Master Lin smiled warmly. He revealed a golden-threaded invitation. Hesitation? My father will be displeased. Take this invite. We discuss details. His voice dropped low. Eyes sharp like blades. Baihu. You are the perfect choice. Wealth and power? Does every man not crave this? Many coveted this seat. Chaos stirred within him. Dark suspicions grew. Young Master Lin paced forward. Hands behind his back. You follow rules. Rule the bureau. My father shall rest. Baihu realized. They wanted to chain him to their faction. Young Master Lin pressed on. My father favors you. Do not refuse again. He turned to leave. Every step exuded total, arrogant certainty. Baihu exhaled slowly. He saw the trap. Escape was impossible now. Commander Hugo spoke finally. His voice grave. Baihu, I have something. From his wide sleeve. He produced a forbidden martial manual. The Great Shang Fist. Equal to the legendary Tai Shui Fist. Baihu was stunned. Where did you acquire such power? He analyzed coldly. A manual this rare? It would incite slaughter. Commander Hugo explained calmly. Master Min left this for safekeeping. He ordered it passed. To someone truly worthy. I deem you that man. Baihu bowed deeply. His tone was sincere. I am honored. Stand on no ceremony. I shall speak plainly. The Music Bureau will inspect the Xiang Prince's estate. Do you wish to observe this event? Baihu frowned. An ominous feeling stirred within. Targeting the prince's estate? Disaster looms. He must act now. 30 minutes later, he reached the bureau, deeply anxious. By coincidence, Min Ning was also present. She spoke softly. Baihu. He squinted suspiciously. Why are you here? Min Ning bowed low. I assisted with the register. Baihu smirked. A dark, hidden meaning danced nearby. A young hero finding joy in such boredom? Min Ning blushed, stammering. I do this for my sister. She pleaded earnestly. Please, spare her. I will serve you faithfully. If she survives. Baihu scoffed. Do you seek further concessions? Suddenly, an otherworldly voice echoed inside his mind. System alert. Negative emotions harvested. 3 years, true chi. Baihu pondered. 143 years of power. Investing all would perfect the Great Mountain Fist technique. Seeing his cold smirk, Min Ning trembled violently. She spoke with terror, eyes wide with panic. 10 days until the blessing ceremony begins. Immortal masters will purge all evil spirits there. Do not harbor wicked intent. Do not sow sin. Baihu sneered. His voice dripped with bitter mockery. I know the ceremony better than you realize. Suddenly, he reached out to lift her chin. A dominant, completely unpredicted motion. His other hand gripped her slender waist. Her body pulled flush against his own. He kissed her. A strike without mercy. Min Ning panicked, struggling. Stop! We are not alone. Baihu ignored her, changing the subject with ease. How much do you know of your grandfather's Shongshan Fist manual? Min Ning frowned suspiciously. That is his absolute technique. Why ask? He replied calmly, his eyes like still water. Because it is in my hands. Min Ning gasped in shock. Impossible. Even my father lacks it. How? Baihu pulled the manual from his sleeve. See for yourself. She looked down. Her body trembled. It is the original. Hours later. A hidden room in Manhua Pavilion. A breeze drifted through. Min Min furrowed her brows. Will you truly enter the Death Palace with him? Min Ning nodded slowly. Her gaze burned with sheer determination. Indeed. He holds my grandfather's martial manual. Min Min asked, stunned. Ning Ji, will you sacrifice yourself for this? Min Ning gripped her sister's hand. I must approach him. Retrieve the manual, she whispered, cold and calculated. Control the situation. Or face ruin. Min Min sighed heavily. Do not destroy yourself for this. Min Ning smiled faintly. Her resolve remained unshaken. Sister. Rest easy. I know my limits. She stood abruptly. To protect you, I will enter that hell. Min Min watched her leave. Ning suffers too much. My own worthlessness. Suddenly, an old woman emerged from behind the screen. She mocked their sisterly bond. She noted that Min Min previously contacted the master. The West Depot seeks an alliance. Min Min nodded, explaining that Ji Yu is dead. Elder Lin lost his trusted subordinate. Yan is certain to become the East Depot chief. The woman ordered Min Min to befriend Bai Hu. Min Min asked suspiciously. What kind of alliance? The woman replied. You are the top courtesan. The pavilion spent heavily on you. Now is the time to repay the debt. Min Ning asked in disbelief. Must I be the one? The woman nodded. If he wants you as a concubine, do not refuse, she continued coldly. The novelty of a concubine fades quickly. Seduce him. Serve him well. Capture his heart completely. The woman produced a blue porcelain vial. The master values this commander highly. Use this poison. Break his internal energy now. Without the antidote, his martial arts will vanish. His meridians will shatter completely. Min Nin asked anxiously. How should she administer the poison? The old woman replied calmly. Use the moment of ecstasy to hide the toxin. At that same moment, at the Laram estate, Elder Laram sat in meditation. He ordered Yen Nhi to burn more river incense. The second young master added the incense. His real name was Lam Yen. He wondered aloud, why does father care so much about Bak Ho? Elder Lam did not answer. Instead, he mentioned the Empress Dowager desired an audience. Lam Yen frowned. The Empress rarely summoned individual officials. Why summon him? Elder Lam spoke. A month ago, they discovered a mysterious youth in the capital. He paused, eyes turning dark. The youth claimed descent from the Chen clan of Jin. They once racialized Lakavang Vid. They massacred the An clan, masters of the capital. Lam Yen gasped in horror. Blood feuds run deep. How could the Empress forget? He remained suspicious. The Chen name is everywhere. Is he truly that descendant? Elder Lam spoke with a chilling tone. Truth is irrelevant. If the Empress believes it, he is the one. The next morning, Bak Ho entered the palace. A eunuch spoke sharply. Your Majesty. Western Depot Protector Bak Ho requests an audience. Proceed, came the reply. The eunuch bowed deeply. Bak Ho, you may enter. Bak Ho entered. He knelt and saluted. Protector Bak Ho bows before the Empress Dowager. The Empress spoke directly. Elder Lam recommends you for Eastern Depot. Are you capable? Bak Ho replied respectfully. I will serve with my life. I share your burden. Empress Anne nodded with a smile. Those words bring me great peace. She flicked her sleeve. A scroll flew out. Ngo Kan Thang shielded you from a formal complaint. It claims you abducted a maid from the prince's estate. How do you explain this? Bak Ho accepted the scroll. Empress, there is a misunderstanding. Empress Anne stood. Her gaze turned icy. Is she your wife or your concubine? Bak Ho was stunned. Suspicion filled his heart. Why ask such things? He bowed respectfully. She is a concubine. Empress Anne nodded calmly. Concubines are fine. I have already arranged your official wife. Bak Ho froze. Bizarre. This story arc remains truly unprecedented. Is this the hidden path of heaven? The eunuch whispered. Bai Hu. Express your gratitude. Bai Hu bowed low. I am grateful for the Empress's grace. The Empress spoke with grave, gentle authority. If all subjects were as loyal as you, my role as mother of the nation remains justified. Visit the medicine hall for your elixirs. Then, retire to your quarters to rest. Bai Hu bowed and accepted the command. A eunuch stepped forward, gesturing with respect. Master Bai Hu, please follow me. Doubt surged within Bai Hu's cold heart. Drink the medicine? What schemes does the Empress truly harbor? She watched his figure fade behind curtains, her brow furrowed with deep, calculating intent. How could such deep blood hatred be forgotten? Keeping him alive targets the enemy's lineage. Yet, this is not enough vengeance. Her voice turned colder than winter frost. Destroying flesh cannot destroy the soul. True hatred requires humiliation and torment. A cruel smile curled upon her lips. The eldest daughter of Chen, the final heir. If she is forced to wed Bai Hu, they will commit the ultimate forbidden union, tainting their honor, shattering all moral laws. This is the most venomous strike. You destroyed my clan. I ruin your legacy. Your name will be trampled into dust. The Empress commanded with thunderous, chilling authority. Old woman. A gray-clad figure emerged, emanating profound power. She is the second-rank Grandmaster, known fearfully as the Anonymous Matriarch. She bows low, offering a deep salute to the Empress Dowager. The Empress Dowager frowns, her gaze sharp as a blade. What has been uncovered regarding Zhu Yun's death? The old woman cups her hands and answers slowly. Reporting to the Empress, the Magpie Society spies have investigated. Rumors claim Wu Yonglu fabricated Zhu Yu's ties to the demonic sect. The Empress Dowager narrows her eyes, her face showing clear displeasure. Wu Yonglu is incredibly bold. Her voice drops, cold as ice. I allowed them to take root in court, yet they dare incite chaos under the Directorate of Ceremonial? She waves her hand, commanding like steel. Purge their inner agents immediately. The old woman bows her head, accepting the order. Understood. The Empress continues, her tone sharp as a dagger. Where is he? Scrub clean the place where Bai Hu just stood. Nearby, at the medicinal hall, an old eunuch presents a dark bowl of medicine to Bai Hu. Bai Hu, please consume your tonic. Bai Hu takes the bowl, his eyes showing a flicker of suspicion. What kind of medicine is this? The eunuch smiles, his voice light. It is a great tonic. Drink it before it cools. Without hesitation, Bai Hu drains the bowl in one gulp. Yet, as the bitter aftertaste lingers in his throat, his brows knit together. A familiar sensation rises within him. He thinks, this taste is no tonic. It resembles the poison he was forced to consume last month. Fortunately, having suffered before, he knows the antidote. It is complex and costly, but not insurmountable. The eunuch probes, asking softly, Bai Hu, is the medicine to your liking? He responds with a smile as faint as morning mist. Excellent. I have matters to attend to. I must take my leave. With those words, he turns and departs, his figure vanishing like a passing breeze. Returning to his residence, he finds Yin Tingshu rummaging through a drawer. She looks perplexed yet serious. He asks softly, what are you searching for? Startled, she turns, surprise flashing in her eyes. You have returned already? He sighed softly. This place is dull. I only seek books to read. He closed the drawer. Bai Hu stepped forward. He pressed her against the cabinet. His eyes gleamed with wicked intent. Shall I keep you company? An Tingsu blushed deeply. She stammered. That is unnecessary. I am fine. His finger traced a line from her shoulder down. He stopped at her heart. It hammered against her chest. He whispered, from now on, you belong only to me. Before he could move, a voice echoed. It shattered the thick, heavy tension. Thousand Guard. Min Ning has arrived to pay respects. Bai Hu halted immediately. His eyes flashed with suspicion. Min Ning. She approached him first. He stepped outside. Min Ning stood waiting. Her expression was calm. Her eyes held deep secrets. He approached her. His tone was mocking. You never visit without a motive. Speak. Why seek me? She answered concisely. The cooperation agreement is finalized. He smirked coldly. If we are partners, show some sincerity. Min Ning frowned. She asked, you want me as a concubine? He offered no explanation. He hoisted her up. His hand lingered dangerously. He murmured, now you understand. Let us proceed. He carried her inside. Entering the room, Min Ning gasped. She saw a figure on the bed. Why is she here? It was An Tingsu. She remained in deep slumber. Bai Hu dropped her. He sneered. Does this not suit you? Min Ning turned crimson. She whispered faintly, let us discuss this in the parlor. Bai Hu denied her escape. He pulled her close. No need for games. We stay here. She tried to resist. He stripped her robe. He chuckled softly. What is there to be ashamed of? You are my concubine. All of you belong to me. Man Ning froze. Does he possess such peculiar desires? Must she truly submit to him? Suddenly, a roar shattered the heavy atmosphere. Intruders from the pavilion. Kill them all! Bai Hu frowned. He ordered the slaughter of the Eastern Flower Group. Man Ning's face drained. She gasped in panic. Something is wrong. Outside, an elderly woman hunted two women. Her gaze was cold iron. They fled in terror. Damn it! We are being hunted. The old woman did not hesitate. She unleashed 3 sharp flying needles. Her voice dripped with murder. No one leaves the pavilion alive. Leave none of them breathing. The toxic needles whistled. They struck true. Both victims met their end instantly. Bodies hit the floor. Silent. Dead in one breath. Bai Hu and Man Ning rushed out. Seeing the corpses, her face turned ghastly pale. What is happening here? She looked afar. Her eyes locked. She turned deathly pale. Even the old woman was targeted. The old woman scowled. She shouted furiously, Nashi society! Do not cross the line! The mob did not flinch. Their aura surged like wild beasts. A thug screamed. Kill her! The old woman snarled. Come then! I shall destroy you all! She threw a powerful punch. The attacker was launched away like a fallen leaf. Her stance remained firm. She sneered. Touch me? Die! Man Ning trembled violently. Her voice cracked. It is over. If they enter, I will die. What do I do? She turned to Bai Hu, begging. Go out and lure them away. He remained silent. His grip tightened. His eyes hid dark secrets. Bai Hu removed his outer robe. Man Ning gasped. Wait, what are you doing? He pinned her against the wall. To hide from prying eyes, she was shamed and terrified. Should you not draw them away? Before she spoke, he struck. Their lips met. Swift as lightning, Man Ning pushed him away, panting. How can you do this now? Bai Hu silenced her. He pulled her into his arms. Without a moment's hesitation, his voice dropped. Cold and firm. Do you think I can wait longer? Cooperate with me? Right now. While we remain entangled, the old woman suddenly appeared at the threshold. She stepped forward steadily, calling his name sternly. Bai Hu turned instantly. Pretending surprise, he dressed and stepped forward. Matriarch. Why are you here? She squinted, icy. Daring. You hide suspects within this estate. Bai Hu remained calm. A misunderstanding. She is my new concubine. She scoffed, killing intent rising. Bring her here. I shall test her. Bai Hu tapped Min Ning's shoulder, soothingly. Go. It will be fine. Trembling, Min Ning forced herself forward, extending a shaking hand. The woman gripped her wrist, probing for energy. Each second felt eternal. Min Ning prayed silently. Please, let me be safe. Moments later, the woman released her. Eyes freezing. No internal force. She is no warrior. Bai Hu stood silent. Listening to the rebuke, his face betrayed nothing. The woman spoke sharply. Donghua Gate has suffered a disaster. You dally here? If the palace fails, your bureau will fall. He bowed respectfully. I thank the matriarch for the warning. She waved her sleeve and departed. Take care of yourself, she whispered. Min Ning exhaled. A heavy burden lifted. She had survived. Her joy was short. Her body began to tremble violently. Without warning, she let out a panicked scream. Hearing the noise, Bai Hu lunged forward. His gaze hardened. Min Ning. What ails you? She shook like a leaf. Stuttering. Poison! I am poisoned! She collapsed into his arms, eyes wide with terror. Save me. I cannot die yet. Bai Hu scowled. His voice sharp. What poison? Where were you struck? Man Ning blushed deeply, head bowed low, whispering about the lingering toxins. Bai Hu's face darkened, his gaze growing heavy like a storm. Does that poison not shatter one's meridians? He demanded, voice sharp and cold. Where is it located? She trembled like wounded prey, whispering. Below. Bai Hu's eye twitched. He was utterly stunned and speechless. Sensing the tension, she leaned into him, pleading, Please, save me. Within the silent room, Yin Tingsu carefully wrung the cloth, treating the task like handling a sacred relic. She cleansed the site, remarking calmly that the toxins were washed away. Bai Hu wordlessly produced a medicinal pill, handing it to Man Ning to suppress the poison. Man Ning swallowed it quickly, her voice a mere thread. My gratitude. Bai Hu's expression remained frozen, his tone chilling like midwinter frost. You seek to be my concubine, yet poison my body? You mock me? Man Ning collapsed to her knees, trembling, stammering that she was forced by the clan. Bai Hu offered a cold, mocking smirk. You poisoned me, nearly ending me, yet claim innocence? Tears streaming, Man Ning cried. I was forced, but I accept my guilt. If I may atone, I will serve as your maid and concubine. Bai Hu fell silent, his gaze deep and inscrutable as a lake. Man Ning reached out, eyes glistening with a hopeful, subtle glint. Bai Hu gripped her shoulder, whispering, In my presence, you must forgive yourself. Hearing this, a radiant smile bloomed upon her face. Does that mean you have accepted me? Yet, contrary to her hope, Bai Hu pried her hand away. He turned his back, walking away without a single glance. His voice echoed, cold and dismissive, towards Yin Tingshu. Watch her closely. Do not let her escape. Yin Tingshu watched his retreating figure, realizing he was not the monster she once feared. Meanwhile, in the stillness of his private chambers, he sat upright upon his meditation bed, eyes locked firmly up, his gaze turned stern and calculating. The factions are moving. He must strengthen his foundation. He channeled his inner strength instantly. Pure energy flowed into the ancient Manhua. A blinding light erupted. The system interface materialized before his eyes. Attempting the Shangshan first, a profound, unfathomable technique, he vowed to master it. 2 years of grueling training. Only bitter, humiliating failure followed. Bai Hu furrowed his brow. Impossible. This manual is truly deceptive. Yet, he refused to yield. 5 years of meditation. Studying techniques thousands of times. He never faltered. Trying to merge technique with blood. Decades of effort. Progress was barely visible. By the 20th year, he shifted focus. He sought true enlightenment. Days turned into decades. 30 years passed in silent meditation. Year 49 arrived. He grasped the core. One strike unleashed. Space trembled violently. Shangshan fist. Finally, beginner level achieved. Baihu smirked. Fists clenched tightly. 50 years of energy surged forth. Others would be saints. A new school would be founded. Yet this technique remained rudimentary. He stood up decisively. Let us test this. One strike unleashed. Gale winds roared. The massive boulder crumbled into dust. Not bad. Worldly martial arts have 9 grades. Below them, 1 is nothing. Baihu stood tall. Golden light flowed around his body. Lower 3 grades. Opening the meridians. Defeating 10 foes easily. Middle 3 grades. Energy merges with Daimyo. Every strike shatters armor. Upper 3 grades. The small Grandmaster realm. Power surges like the tides. He pondered quietly. I am near the middle grade. Master Shangshan fist. I reached the 6th tier. Dawn broke. Sunlight bathed the eastern depot's tiles. Baihu walked forward. Each step struck the earth firmly. He approached Wang Jiyu. Thousand Guard, you have arrived. Let me introduce the eastern depot. Baihu nodded calmly. A simple greeting today. Then, to the training grounds. Wang Jiyu smiled faintly. The Thousand Guard is kind. A case has emerged. Please, take a look. Consider it training for our procedures. Baihu responded curtly. Very well. Wang Jiyu gestured ahead. He led the way. Upon arrival, the elder explained the situation. West of Beijing, a tower was built. It is called the Infant Tower. Baihu frowned, accepting the dossier. His gaze turned icy. An infant tower. His voice deepened like rolling thunder. I recall that tower's dark origin. It was meant for abandoned, sickly infants. They had no one to care for them. Slowly, villagers discarded healthy children there. Mostly girls. Sometimes male infants too. In deranged villages, this is ritual. They view it as a soul cleansing, drowning them in the deep waters, or burning them alive inside. He gripped the report. His knuckles turned white. His voice emerged. Cold as frozen snow, all because they could not provide. Wang Jiyu stepped forward, speaking with composure. Building a tower to slaughter infants. The palace fears the gathering malice. It disrupts the imperial dragon vein. The Eastern Depot must intervene now. By Great Yu law, what is the penalty for infanticide? Exile to forced servitude. The elder bowed, ready for combat. We depart immediately. Simultaneously, in a dense forest. Sunlight pierced the thick canopy. Hoofbeats roared like war drums. Baihu led the charge. His horse carved through the gloom. He turned suddenly. Wang Jiyu. Why mobilize so many guards? Wang Jiyu replied with slow deliberation. Commander, you misunderstand. Traitors currently manipulate the imperial court. Public resentment runs deep as oceans. Rebels wait outside the gates. We must remain ever vigilant. Hours later, a 7-story structure appeared. Eave tiles curled like cranes. The wood was rotted. As they approached, biting frost crept in. Gray spirits swirled like malicious clouds. Wang Jiyu spoke slowly. We have arrived. Dismount. Commander Baihu. Baihu's gaze was a blade. He drew his steel. Capture every suspicious person. Find the mastermind. Arrest every accomplice. Execute the law. Wang Jiyu lowered his voice. His words held a hidden intent. I said. Dismount. Commander Baihu. Baihu narrowed his eyes. His voice was cold as night frost. Did you not hear my words? Wang Jiyu chuckled. His expression was mocking yet pitying. I did not expect you to show mercy, Baihu. Suddenly he roared like thunder. The shout shook the entire forest. Baihu, dismount now. Baihu frowned. He gripped the document tightly. His eyes held heavy suspicion. The capital is not far away. How does this evil tower exist? Do the officials know nothing? Wangu's face darkened. His voice dripped with deep resentment. The Lin party corrupts the court. They plot for profit. They must be destroyed. The Lin party uses cultivation as a shield. Stopping their ascension invites imperial chaos. That is why our Ding'an party must strike. He bowed his head. His voice grew heavy and grim. Even removing their influence brings immense pain. His face twisted into a fierce mask of desperation. Without the Lin party's malice, would innocent children suffer? His words lit the fire. Baihu's killing intent erupted. Hand on sword hilt. Eyes burning with fury. Wang Jiyu saw the threat. He screamed out, Stop! Baihu, dismount at once! Too late. The subordinates drew blades. They swarmed like angry hornets. Steel sliced the air. Bai Hu glared. His voice struck like thunder. "You court death!" One swing. The blade flashed coldly. The first man fell. Blood sprayed the earth. The others froze, eyes wide with shock. Then they charged like frenzied beasts. 2 vanguard warriors lunged. They ignored their own lives. Bai Hu did not move. He let out a cold hum. His aura crushed their spirits. Instantly, flames exploded outward. They were incinerated. No time to scream. Wang Jiyu retreated. His face turned deathly pale. His eyes bulged in terror. Is he truly just a captain? Bai Hu sat tall in the saddle. He did not look back. He spurred his horse forward. 1 slash, 2 thrusts, 3 strikes. Bodies collapsed without a single sound. Cold sweat drenched his neck. Mind shattered. Is this even human? The land turned crimson. Dismembered corpses lay scattered like broken puppets. A gruesome sight. Vuyang County gritted his teeth. Fury scorched his mind. He risked everything. Drew his blade. Charged at Ba Ho. A cornered beast. 2 strikes landed. Howling like wild predators. He roared. Today you shall witness my true prestige. To Ba Ho those strikes were mere child's play. He tilted his body. Dodged by a hair's breadth. His eyes turned cold. A gaze of pity, not malice. In a flash, Ba Ho closed the distance. His voice dropped to a frigid whisper. Your blade is too heavy. Your moves, slower than tortoises. Vusong County panicked. He tried to dodge. Too late. The sword slashed. His arm fell to the freezing earth. Realizing defeat, Vuzhong County threatened Lindang. There will be no mercy for you. Bak Ho strode forward, dragging his blood-stained blade. His voice sounded like cold ash. If Lindang erred, you possess no right to use their faults as an excuse to slaughter. Face turning pale. Escape was impossible. Vuzhong County trembled. Make it quick. Just kill me. Bak Ho chuckled coldly. Eyes like frozen ice. I find no joy in mercy. With one swift motion, the remaining arm was severed from his body. As he writhed on the ground, Man Ninth and her guards arrived. The blood-soaked scenes stunned them. Bak Ho did not turn. His gaze remained fixed on Vusong Ko. Sharp as a drawn blade, he placed his sword against the man's throat. Not a single word wasted. Vusong County pleaded again. No longer shouting, just a broken whisper. End it now. Bak Ho sheathed his sword. He remained silent. His voice drifted like the wind. Yet every word cut like ice. Death is too easy. Torture is worth the effort. I will bandage your wounds. Then, you head to the capital for interrogation. Hearing this, Vuyang County looked completely bewildered. What is your intent? Bak Ho replied calmly. He intended to spare his pathetic life. Upon returning to the capital, he would inform the Ding An party. He would report today's events directly to King Kenyef. Despite his defeat, he shouted, You may kill me, but you cannot kill King Kenchang. You may control me. You cannot control the entire Dinglian party. Even the East Factory commander cannot stop me. Bai Hu wiped his blade, voice cold. What they fear, I execute. Who they spare, I kill. The young man turned to Min Ning. Did you hear that? She startled. Huh? Bai Hu ordered them to clear the corpses and escort Wang Jiyu away. Min Ning felt cold dread. He kills so cruelly, yet smiles. Suddenly, the system notification appeared. Yin-Yang Grudge Technique reached entry level. Extracted 125 strands of exotic internal energy. Gained 40 years of energy. Rewarded with 3 years from Min Ning's negative emotions. The young man spoke. Are you wondering why I kill? It is a long story. They struck first. Furthermore, the infant tower exists due to Wangu's willful indulgence. He ordered all children removed from the tower. Send them to the nursery. Arrest every builder involved. Leave no one behind. Silver will be rewarded upon return. The embroidered uniform guards obeyed. Min Ning hesitated. Is he truly not evil? Bai Hu produced a book. Min Ning, take this. She took it in shock. Why? Reward for arriving on time. Min Ning refused. I do not want it. Bai Hu puzzled. Why? I cannot repay you. I must trade something of value. Bai Hu mused. This girl has true integrity. Hours later, at the mansion. He pushed the door open. I have returned. Seeing Yin Ting Su in bed, he asked. Did you sleep well? She answered softly. Very well. I even dreamt. Bai Hu curious. What did you see? I cannot recall. You were with a one-armed woman, arguing fiercely. She insisted on taking me away, harboring deep malice toward you. Yin Tingshu asked, Do you know who that woman is? My dreams are prophetic. Like the time I dreamt you would arrive. Bai Hu answered. She is Zhu Yi Tang. Her expression darkened. Zhu Yi Tang. ninth on the martial rankings, she questioned. How do you know her? Despite his words, an inexplicable unease stirred within. Baihua patted her head. I know her, but she knows not me. En Tingsu hummed softly. Focus on healing. I shall not trouble you. Meanwhile, at the Prince Jing estate, an elder roared at kneeling subordinates. Who dared order the execution of a fifth-rank commander? The aides stammered. This matter, Prince Jing spoke. It was my intention. The elder asked. Your Highness, why do this? Prince Jing explained. That West Bureau commander serves the Lin faction. If he gains the East Bureau, their influence will surely crumble. Years of effort will vanish. With him dead, Song Tong can seize the position. He is unaffiliated, perfect for opposing the ceremonial office. The elder shouted. But you failed to kill him. Have you considered the consequences? Prince Jing sneered. If he lives, so be it. Can a mere commander defy heaven? We are not heaven. Only the emperor is heaven. The Empress Dowager is heaven's mother. Another elder sighed. We must clean up this mess. Prince Jing brooded, his face dark. Shall I dispatch fifth-rank experts to finish him? An elder immediately opposed. Forbidden. If the Prince Jing estate strikes again, consider the wrath of the Emperor and Empress Dowager. Prince Jing remained defiant. Must we watch him seize the East Bureau? The elder reminded him. Have you forgotten the prayer altar? Daylight brings peace, but night unleashes demons. Hearing this, Prince Jing pressed. What do you imply? The elder slowly unveiled his scheme. The prayer altar will remain open for days. Daylight is normal, but nightfall invites the underworld. Disasters will emerge. Impossible to predict. At night, a curfew begins. Those outside face vengeful spirits. When the altar opens, demons arise. His death will leave no trace of our involvement. Prince Jing realized his opportunity. So, we still have a chance. En Weiying eavesdropped nearby. Father, of whom do you speak with such caution? Is it necessary to strike at the prayer altar? Prince Jing's voice turned chill. This matter is beyond your involvement. Father, I simply wish to avoid needless bloodshed. The elder below stepped forward to explain. His Highness practices the path of purity. They are merely mortals fleeing imperial justice. Bloodshed is simply inevitable for them. Yin Dui Din demanded the official's identity. Prince Kan replied coldly. Names carry no weight. They are already dead, she continued. I care little, yet one man in the Eastern Depot intrigues me. The prince felt sudden surprise. Oh? Who? Yin Dui Din answered. He is mentioned in the Min Ning prophecy. Though unseen, his cultivation aura is immense. He could ascend to heaven. The prince felt displeasure. Yet, he yielded. Kill the official if you must. But do not harm the Min descendants. Yin Dui Din bowed. May the heavens grant infinite merit. Elsewhere, Min Ning stared at the desk. The manual and letter left her stunned. The mountain fist. He actually brought it here. His sincerity proved her suspicions entirely wrong. The Eastern Depot courtyard fell into silence. The guards stood in formation. Men whispered about the interim commander. He fought 15 men alone. Only 5 survived. One, crippled. He earned his rank. Song Fu dared not object. Seeing the commander, the guards fell silent. The commander stepped forward. He summoned the record keeper. He entered a grand room. An old woman blocked his path. Her voice dripped with suspicion. Why are you here? As he reached for his blade, a voice ordered him inside. The old woman stepped aside reluctantly. Enter. He stepped inside. A young woman played the zither. She saw him. She spoke softly. You. Before she could continue, the commander interrupted. Sister, do not worry, I have a plan. The word sister silenced her. Her mind raced. He bowed. He asked the purple-haired woman for her name and purpose. She replied softly. I seek you. Sit down. When the record keepers arrived, the 2 guards trembled. They asked with forced respect what was required. Bai Hu demanded the archives. He ordered a full audit regarding the Jing Prince estate. The 2 men stood frozen. Bai Hu had already plotted his counterattack. If the Ding'an party wants him dead, he will ensure their ruin. Are those who claim integrity truly clean? One man hesitated, questioning the wisdom. He argued that the chief commissioner previously cleared these files, suggesting a diplomatic approach. Bai Hu's face darkened instantly. Check the files. Do not force me to repeat myself. The 2 imperial guards obeyed instantly. They dared not delay. Soon, they returned with the files. They bowed in total submission. They claimed he could verify the records himself. Bai Hu dismissed them. They vanished into the shadows. At that moment, Min Ning appeared. She called for Commander Chen. He glared at her. Why are you here? She answered with a secret to share. He pressed for the truth. Min Ning stepped forward. She touched his cheek. Bai Hu stood stunned. What are you doing? Without hesitation, she kissed him deeply. The kiss lingered. She pulled away, blushing deeply. I have repaid my debt. The young man stood shocked. Min Ning looked embarrassed and indignant. You scoundrel. You enjoyed it, didn't you? Bai Hu replied calmly. Repayment was unnecessary. She turned away, avoiding his gaze. Her voice remained firm. She claimed she would be uneasy otherwise. Furthermore, he once harbored feelings for her sister. Bai Hu smirked mockingly. If you must pay, this debt will last a lifetime. He hinted that once she rises in the martial rankings, her past as an imperial guard will haunt her. Min Ning stormed off in fury. You are truly insane. Suddenly, a carrier pigeon descended. Min Ning recognized her sister's mark. Her heart sank with dread. Something was wrong. Min Ning opened the scroll. It contained only one desperate line. Bai Hua Pavilion. Her face drained of color. Cold sweat broke out. Disaster is coming. At 100 Flowers Pavilion, Min Min played her zither. The notes echoed endlessly. Andui Din listened, staring blankly outside. Two maids stood in silent attendance. Tense silence filled the room. Uneasy eyes met in the heavy air. Amidst the music, Min Min inquired about the visitor's true intentions. Andui Din told her to keep playing. Then she asked about the Guangling melody. Min Min answered with simple brevity. Outside, Bai Hu and Min Ning arrived. He told her to wait cautiously. Min Ning responded with polite, formal grace. Inside, Bai Hu sat opposite her. His cold voice demanded the reason. Andui Din spoke of prophecies. He seemed different than she once envisioned. She revealed her intent. Join her on the mountain. Pursue the Dapia. Bai Hu frowned deeply. He weighed his path and his ties to Min Ning. He refused. He could not abandon his family, duties, or mortal world. She spoke two cryptic words. He was bewildered. Then, she mentioned the orchid. Her vague words stung. Bai Hu felt suddenly, painfully shallow. Andui Din sipped her tea. She spoke with a slow, deliberate pace. Before witnessing the mountain's true beauty, men are blind. Mortals cannot perceive the immortal realm. She claimed Min Gayatri gifted him this vision due to his potential. She poured the tea. Steam erupted. A thick mist blanketed the entire room. In a heartbeat, Bai Hu vanished. He stood in a strange, unknown realm. Andui Din approached holding a lotus lamp. This is the eternal lamp. She placed it in his hand. Then, she demanded he return it immediately. He froze in confusion. She grew displeased and snatched the lamp away. The flame in her grasp withered away. Bai Hu asked, baffled. Why did the eternal lamp extinguish? She mocked his shallow insight. He cupped his hands, begging for guidance. She spoke of mortality. A mortal life lasts barely 2 cycles of 60. Mortals see nothing. Some beings live 8,000 years in a single autumn. To the eternal, human life is merely a fleeting, morning blossom. She explained further. The lamp burned for him, but meant nothing to her. No flame. He asked how to reach that realm. She replied, to sever all worldly ties. Sever earthly karma. The surrounding fog dissolved completely. Andui Din praised his insight. Bai Hu asked, without severing karma, can one achieve immortality? She claimed to be a guide. The path demands absolute emotional detachment. Bai Hu stood up, mocking the fairy. Do you cultivate Tao or immortality? 2 attendants erupted. How dare you be impudent? Witnessing this scene, Min Min sweated profusely. Inner anxiety flared. We are finished. If the fairy strikes, disaster follows. Andui Din continued, praising the righteous path. She loathed deviant behavior. Those following heaven's will must be fair. The system appeared. Her negative emotions yielded 3 years of true qi. Bai Hu sneered. Your words are merely Mo school heresy. Though renowned in ancient times, you are now base. If finished, Fairy Anne, leave. I shall escort you. Andui Din replied coldly. So, you refuse. Very well. What cannot be forced, let go. Tension eased. Min Min sighed. Thankfully, nothing happened. Outside, Min Min paced anxiously. Why have they not emerged yet? Seeing them appear, she finally breathed deeply. The air turned freezing. Killing intent surged. Andui Din watched. Suspicion rose. Such dense bloodlust? Is the day for demon slaying already here? Bai Hu frowned. He calculated. 3 days remain. Why arrive early? The script has changed. Min Nin approached, clutching his hand. You finally returned. Bai Hu spoke. Brother Sun Min, waited long? Min Nin froze. Her face shifted in confusion. She grasped the intent. She played along. Are you asking if the Bai Hua Pavilion matter is settled? He nodded. It is finished. This is Fairy Anne. Fairy Anne. This is the Eastern Depot Inspector. Bai Hu. Zuo Sun Min. Andui Din watched Min Nin. Such deep, regrettable fate. A Taoist appeared. Charms for sale. Buy luck. Buy fortune. A crowd gathered quickly. They begged the Taoist for peace talismans. The Taoist smiled brightly. Everyone shall receive one. Yin Du-ying observed them. She sensed something strange. The Taoist looked up. He packed his belongings. He acted erratically. I am sold out today. Yin Du-ying drew her sword. Her voice was cold. You dare swindle the innocent? Reveal your true form. The Taoist sweat profusely. You must listen to me. You are a cultivator. Why make false accusations? Yin Du-ying's expression darkened. Silence, you fool. The Taoist fled instantly. Panic set in. I met a true master. Yin Du-ying gave chase. Her shout echoed. Where are you going? Halt your movement. He begged for mercy. Her blades swung. Both arms were severed. Bai Hu watched silently. Truly a fearsome monster. Yin Du-ying approached him. She raised her blade. She struck downward. A wretched scream followed. Help me! Save my life! His body dissolved. Yin Du-ying spoke coldly. A dung-eating demon. Ranked 1326 in the 100 demon records. It consumes waste before death. It disguises itself as a priest. It sells fake charms. It uses sweet words. It exploits the gullible. It steals their wealth. Min Ning sighed deeply. Such filth escaped the shadows. Bai Hu spoke up. Let us go. I shall escort you home. Deep in the dark forest, two men wandered like zombies. They cursed the vile demon. You desired the water god? A voice rose from the river. Look at me. I am the water god. Their eyes glazed over. They drooled uncontrollably. They waded into the river. Bai Hu, Min Ning, and Yin Du-ying arrived. The young man spoke. A Dofu spirit. Yin Du-ying urged them forward. We cannot catch this thing. Min Ning followed closely. What is a Dofu spirit? Bai Hu explained the lore. It is a vengeful spirit, born from a drowning woman. Her husband Liu Ba once spoke of affairs. He wrote poems of the water god. She drowned in despair. She became a vengeful demon. Most are drowned women. Their resentment is absolute. They are difficult to slay. An Dui-din walked ahead, issuing a warning. The exorcism day is strange. Prepare for chaos. Suddenly, a pale-eyed stranger emerged, shouting, Stop! Do you believe in ghosts? Man Nin's expression turned grave. Bai Hu smiled coldly. Are you the ghost? He looked down, filled with sudden doubt. What? How is this possible? He screamed. His body dissolved into nothing. An Dui-din stared at Bai Hu, confused. You saw through his true form instantly. He was a ghost formed from Yuan Jian's fear. You possess no cultivation. Is that heavenly vision? Bai Hu answered calmly. Purely a coincidence. I read the records. Yuan Zihan denied ghosts. He argued with a guest. The guest revealed his true spectral form. Yuan Zihan died of pure terror. But he thought, what records? I actually read a game guide. And Dui-din nodded in total agreement. Your memory is truly exceptional. Follow me to Mount Taihua. Cultivate there. We should not linger in this place. Let us depart immediately. The streets were deathly, unnatural silence. An Dui-din led the way, remaining alert. Her expression hardened. Wait. Something lies ahead. They looked forward. Their faces sank. Bai Hu spoke. A vague shadow manifested before them. A three-headed, six-armed ghost appeared clearly. Bai Hu, said Asura. An Dui-din gasped. Asura? 3 faces? 6 arms? This creature faces imminent destruction. It bared. Min Ning gripped Bai Hu's hand, trembling. What shall we do? Perhaps we should flee. Hearing this, the young man pondered. Run away? Was the manual read in vain? Bai Hu raised a hand, calming her. I can handle him. Watching him step forward, An Dui-din panicked. What are you doing? Even the Taiwan mountain masters struggled. You court death? Ignoring the warnings, Bai Hu remained composed. You appear to be suffering greatly. You are no deity, yet you endure the 5 decays. The Asura glared, skeptical. Mortal? Why say that? How did you see through me? Bai Hu replied. The origin matters not. I understand your agony. The Asura growled. Repeat your words. Rage erupted. Terrifying pressure crushed the air. Min Ning screamed. Bai Hu resisted, smirking. Your pain stems from ignorance. The Asura roared. What is ignorance? Bai Hu explained calmly. Ignorance is darkness. Past thoughts linger. Future desires arise. You know samsara, yet you fear your own decay. Bound by the obsession of existence, you refuse the cycle of life. That desire is ignorance. Your heart remains shackled. Resistance breeds deeper agony. The more you flee, the deeper you sink. The Asura faltered. Ignorance. Ignorance? Ignorance. And Dui-din stared in shock. He is lecturing an Asura. The Asura gripped Bai Hu's throat. Tell me, how do I escape? Choking, Bai Hu gasped. The Emperor's triple refuge. The Asura paused, releasing his grip. Bai Hu continued. When the Emperor faced the 5 decays, his plight was dire. He sought the Buddha. He took refuge in truth. even falling into the animal realm. Yet, after 3 bows, he looked up. His celestial form was instantly restored. Asura questioned coldly. Even Buddha saves the suffering. Where is my Buddha? I practiced devotion. I studied scriptures. Yet, no Buddha reached for me. Baihu stared ahead, his words demanding truth. What makes you certain I am not Buddha? Asura trembled. You are Buddha? You understand my suffering? Are you saving me? Yin Duying gasped in sheer disbelief. Unbelievable. He is enlightening Asura. Suddenly, golden light erupted from Asura's body. Moments later, he transformed into a relic. Baihu caught it, feeling deeply satisfied. The scarlet gold relic is a supreme reward. It is a top-tier artifact for demon suppression. It remains a key to achieving the Dao. Yin Duying marveled. Not even Taiwa masters could tame Asura. Yet, he finished it so easily. Does he possess the heavenly eye? She approached and asked, Will you be my Daoko companion? Accept, and I shall forgive your past insults. Baihu replied. Apologies. My name is actually Baihu. Yin Duying froze. What? Baihu bowed and declared his true identity as Chen Zongming. She fell silent, realization surging within her. He is the one my father seeks to eliminate. Yin Duying pointed at Min Ning, asking, And who is he? Min Ning replied, I am Min Ning, styled Yuezhi. She gritted her teeth in pure, seething rage. No wonder. Such profound destiny. Truly the bearing of a dragon. Baihu spoke with a mocking tone. What is wrong? Does the immortal still want me as your companion? Yin Duying lashed out. How dare you, you insolent, arrogant madman! Accusations flooded out, from mocking the sect to denying the gods. Chaos filled her eyes. Her crimes deserved 10,000 deaths. Her desperation surged. She shed her previous calm persona from the 100 Flowers Pavilion. She assumed the ignorant would never believe her. She invoked demonic plagues as divine retribution. Her fingers danced, weaving a lethal spell. Her eyes widened in sudden shock. Sword pointed forward. She unleashed a furious roar. She accused him of shattering her cultivation heart. Baihu frowned. Min Ning struck, pinning her arms. An icy voice silenced her further movements. And Dui Din shrieked. System logs recorded peak resentment. Reward: 5 strands of true chi. Baihu sighed. She had truly lost her mind. He spoke with cold indifference. Scolding was acceptable. Brandishing weapons was reckless. Peachwood swords cannot kill. He stooped to retrieve the wooden blade. She spat a bitter response. Baihu stated his rule. Non-lethal discipline. Yet once blades are drawn, intent becomes irrelevant. He invoked their past. He had saved her life. And Dui Din sneered. That bond died alongside his deception. Baihu lunged. He struck her pressure points. She convulsed in agony. Min Ning asked for clarification of his intent. Baihu retorted. His intent transcended simple binding. He gripped her robes, exposing her chest. Min Ning gritted her teeth. His depravity was truly incurable. Andusi Din wept. She invoked her royal lineage. She feared public disgrace. Baihu stared. His voice dripped with mockery. He offered to adjust her robes, praising her form. Her face burned. She traded a secret for freedom. Baihu smirked. He demanded to hear the secret. She insisted on her release first. He released her points. She adjusted her robes. She spoke only half-truths. Listen, but do not pry. The prince's manor plans a purge. They intend to assassinate Baihu. He was shocked. How could she know this? And Dui Din denied all involvement immediately. Suddenly, a stranger arrived. He apologized for the interruption. He is Huanglu King, 8th disciple of Bai Liu. He seeks Chen Tianhu. Baihu turned grim. He questioned her. She remained cloistered. She knew no one. Baihu decided quickly. Min Ning must leave. The intruder is dangerous. Huanglu King revealed his plan. He tracked his target here. Pure luck. Only Baihu dies. Others are safe. He even offered a burial. Baihu retorted with biting mockery. Min Ning urged retreat. Leave this to him. Huanglu King vanished. Instant movement. A lethal strike followed. Steel clashed. Baihu parried. Blade key surged. Show me your strength. Huanglu King dodged. He landed gracefully. His eyes burned with contempt. A cold warning. Death will be agonizing. He stomped the earth. Debris erupted. A boulder flew toward him. Baihu's gaze chilled. He sliced the stone. Fury exploded. He roared. Treat me like prey? You think you can hunt me? Huanglu King descended before him. His tone was casual. The intent was lethal. Then die without mercy. No more words. He lunged forward. Baihu raised his blade. The pressure intensified. Threats were met with silence. Weapons rang out. The battle tore through the streets. They ascended to the rooftops. The duel climbed higher. Huanglu King howled. A wind-tearing strike landed. Baihu was struck. He plummeted. He recovered with fluid grace. The attacker watched, impressed. His speed? Truly peerless. He surpassed his younger self. Despite his struggle, Bai Hu spoke coldly. His final technique awaited. Could his opponent survive? Huang Lucheng was surprised. He was intrigued by this hidden art. Bai Hu declared one final strike. If he lived, take his life. Sword Kira erupted. Huang Lucheng countered. He was clearly thrilled. Caught in the clash, Bai Hu surged. He vaulted high to escape. Huang Lucheng froze. He realized the trick. Rage consumed him immediately. In the majestic palace, an old demon reported chaos. The city was in turmoil. The Imperial Observatory acted. Many cultivators were mobilized. Empress Dowager Anne was skeptical. The demon-slaying date came early. The events occurred suddenly. There were no warning signs. The old demon sensed secrets. Empress Dowager Anne ordered an investigation. The two bureaus must investigate. Elsewhere, Bai Hu plotted while retreating. Huang Lucheng had profound Taoist arts, yet his movement was slow. That battle was merely a distraction. Min Ning needed time to escape. They neared the Donghua Gate. The prince's forces could not act. Bai Hu analyzed the bureaus. He stopped at the West Bureau. Min Ning stood guard. The door swung open suddenly. Min Ning raised her blade. She sensed an intruder's presence. Her blade arm was caught. A familiar voice calmed her. She recognized Bai Hu instantly. He returned to ensure safety. Seeing her unharmed, she stared. Her eyes showed deep worry. He had sustained grave wounds. Bai Hu dismissed his minor injuries. An Duying mocked him heartlessly. He answered with a smirk. He claimed he must survive. He was her fated partner. She scolded his blasphemy. He insulted the Taoist sect. Bai Hu feigned ignorance. An Duying stood, coldly denying his status. She cited Taiwan mountain laws. She glanced at Min Ning significantly. Bai Hu grasped Min Ning's waist. He declared his possession loudly. He forbade her from interfering. And Dumming froze. Negative emotions spiked in the system. Bai Hu calculated his spirit energy rewards. He focused on condensing his essence. And Duki Din turned away, seething with rage. She felt this place was no longer safe. Bai Hu reacted instantly. He raised his blade. And Dui Din glared at him. What is the meaning of this? The youth sneered. You tried to kill me. Compensate me now. And Dui Din kept her composure. I told you. I am not involved. Bai Hu scoffed. Your words mean nothing. My feelings decide the truth. Defeated, she offered a pill refining manual. Was he interested? Bai Hu snatched it greedily. An Dui Din blushed in shame. Wait. Stop that. Securing the manual, the youth examined it calmly. With this pill refining technique, I can brew elixirs myself. My body will grow stronger. Her gift was truly satisfying. And Duki Din pleaded. Will you let me leave? Bai Hu dismissed her with a final warning. Try this again? I will sever your limbs. Elsewhere, Min Ning produced a medicinal vial. She treated his wounds. Your injuries remain severe. Bai Hu sighed. That Huang Lucheng is too strong. A 5th grade martial practitioner. Min Ning continued. I have a technique to help you fight him. Bai Hu looked at her, suspicious. Min Ning trembled. You cannot die. I need you. Bai Hu smirked. What do you need me for? Min Ning whispered. Investigate my grandfather's death. She revealed her father suspected a sinister conspiracy. He died in the ministry case. You are my only lead. Bai Hu considered the request. She never begs. This favor is a debt. The youth nodded. Fine. Min Ning stated her terms firmly. By the sect's rules, if you learn this, you are my true disciple. From this day, I am your master. Kneeling and kowtowing are unnecessary. But in private, we shall address each other as master and student. You attempt to use moral codes to stop me. Do you think that will work? His resolve remained absolute. Yueqi. I will not accept you as master. Not because of moral codes. I care nothing for such trifles, she asked. Then why? He explained with absolute clarity. Because I serve only one master. Min Ning grew more bewildered. The sword techniques of Danjian Mountain. Why are you not there? Old memories surged forth. Bai Hu spoke in a heavy voice. I constantly defied my master. I was a traitor. From the beginning, there was deep enmity. That person was both savior and source of conflict. He sought the sword path. Fate turned his savior into his rival. Bai Hu turned away, voice heavy with fatigue. I am tired. We shall discuss the blade later. Later, in the room of An Tingsu. She sat quietly, eyes hollow and vacant. At that moment, Bai Hu pushed the door open. An Tingsu. I have returned. She turned. Her eyes revealed deep anxiety. Master. You are wounded. The air grew intimate. He pulled her into his arms. He asked about her desire to visit the shrines. Is the Tianmiao temple suitable? Bai Hu was caught off guard. Why there? An Tingsu hesitated. I wish to pray for blessings. He pressed further. Is that all? She spoke with soft sorrow. I miss Yintai Temple. My mother said I am its daughter. Bai Hu answered, I will take you there tomorrow. His words left her stunned. Truly? At the Bai Hu residence? Min Ning leaned against the door, waiting. The gate swung open. Seeing them emerge, Min Ning bowed. Director Chen. Good morning. Bai Hu countered. Why are you here? She explained that An Hao ordered a thorough investigation. She was assigned as his assistant. Bai Hu stated his intent. I seek the Heavenly Lamp Temple. Will you follow? Min Ning pointed toward the carriage. Everything was prepared. Night fell upon Heavenly Lamp Temple. Heavy rain poured down relentlessly. Outside the temple, tension grew. Shadows flickered near the inn courtyard. Amidst their conversation, Bai Hu inquired. Arrived at this place. Feel anything strange? Yin Tingsu replied. She recalled a few past memories. Min Ning sipped tea. Director, will you truly not learn my blade technique? Bai Hu answered bluntly. I trust your talent. I cannot take you as master. You have never displayed that technique before me. Who knows the true level of your blade arts? Min Ning replied. You doubt my strength. I will prove it soon. Suddenly, a hulking brute roared. No one dares steal my incense offering, a youth retorted. This path belongs to no one. Do not block our way. The crowd echoed him. Disgust radiated from their faces. Before he could react, a kick shattered his teeth. The brute grinned with savage cruelty. Scram! You dare obstruct me? He kicked the victim. Blood sprayed everywhere. He drew his blade. The tip pointed directly at his foe. The crowd erupted. It was the ferocious Leela Shah. He crushed a team of laborers. A man not to be trifled with. Bai Hu watched calmly. Bullies deserve death. Show me your move. Min Ning gestured. Observe the technique closely. Her silhouette blurred. She landed before the brute, voiced ice cold. Unauthorized blades in the Imperial Guard's presence. Die. Leela Shah stared. His expression turned lethal. He bluffed. I know men in the Imperial Guard. Min Ning remained cold and unyielding. She reiterated her iron decree. Enraged, he bared his teeth. So be it. Fight then. Kill then. Min Ning entered her stance. Her energy condensed for the strike. As she lunged forward, she whispered coldly. One strike only. Survive, and you live. Brutal strike. Head severed. Instant death. The crowd stood frozen in terror. Panic ensued. They gathered the remains. Bai Hu smiled, praising the lethal technique. Min Ning teased. Want to learn now? Bai Hu probed. She boasted years of training. He demanded instruction. She scoffed at him. He reminded her. The investigation debt remains. Min Ning had pondered all night long. She would teach without a master. One condition. Do not touch my sister. Bai Hu cornered her. 1 year? Too long. He leaned in, pressing for more. She relented. Keep your word. I'll accept. En Tingshu watched, completely baffled by them. Suddenly, a young disciple entered the room. Bai Hu frowned. The boy delivered an invitation. They arrived at the library elder's domain. The heavy gates of Fei Yuan groaned. The guide gestured. The master waits inside. Bai Hu entered. Fei Yuan spoke politely. Why invite me? Bai Hu asked coldly. They discussed the ongoing secret investigation. Do you know the origin of demons? Fei Yuan paused, his gaze turning dark. He spoke of heaven demons. Empress Dowager questioned. Chu Yitang explained. They are otherworldly existences, creatures born outside the three realms. The chaos stems from their dark presence. Empress Dowager demanded the true demonic nature. Incalculable. The Empress Dowager hesitated. A woman nearby explained that outer realm heavenly demons are merely a general title. Since the Han and Tang dynasties, Buddhism arrived. Indian demons and ghosts appeared alongside them. They were known by many names: Yama, Asura, and Garuda. Hearing this, the Empress Dowager understood everything. Suddenly, a carrier pigeon took flight, landing before Min Ning. Bai Hu watched, asking if it was a letter from her sister. Min Ning did not answer, choosing to interrogate him instead. Why have you returned here? The young man replied coolly. Settling old matters takes little time. Min Ning handed him the letter. Bai Hu read the plea for help against demons in Huaishui village. This was the intention of Elder Lin, sent via the Curio Pavilion. The young man spoke grimly. This reflects Elder Lin's true agenda. The Curio Pavilion has clearly sided with the Lin faction. Min Ning asked. Do you still wish to learn that blade technique? Bai Hu answered. Naturally. She demonstrated the technique while explaining the path. True mastery requires a mind without distraction. Master the circulation of internal energy flow. Physical movements are merely a hollow shell. The strike is the flag. The intent is the army. Observe well, she commanded. System notification. You learned gale-severing dance from Min Ning. Her insight was shocking. The power was truly peerless. Without physical mastery, no one survives this blow. 5 years of hard labor passed. the essence remained elusive. 2 full years of seasonal cycles followed. You mastered the blade intent and cosmic changes. The true meaning flows through the heart silently. Reach perfection. Gale severing dance mastered. 130 years of energy remains. Baihu gripped his blade, his eyes focused. One strike unleashed. Leaves severed in mid-air. The shockwave caused the surrounding bells to vibrate violently. Witnessing this, Min Ning could not hide her shock. Where did you learn that blade technique? Baihu answered. I learned it from you. I simply perfected it. Min Ning froze. How is that possible? Sheathing his blade, Baihu changed the subject. Mentioning her grandfather, she was caught in the Prime Minister's case. Min Ning recounted the past with heavy sorrow. 12 years ago, Prime Minister Zhang offered immortality to the emperor. The emperor ordered her grandfather to search with the Imperial Guard. They eventually discovered several divine medicinal herbs. But upon returning, voices of opposition arose in court. Officials accused the Prime Minister of disrupting the imperial order. The case erupted. The Prime Minister fell. Her grandfather suffered. She continued. Her grandfather deserved life. At most, a demotion. Her father always believed hidden secrets remained buried. Her father vanished while investigating, drowning during a mission. 2 months later, her mother died of pure grief. Baihu asked, why were they executed after delivering the herbs? If the emperor attained no immortality, the herbs were false. Min Ning replied, the mystery is exactly why she seeks truth. She added, Elder Lin entered the cabinet, gaining the emperor's favor. Thus, the Lin faction gradually began to form. Baihu asked, so the greatest beneficiary is the prime suspect? Min Ning hesitated, then asked with great caution, you are not a member of the Lin faction, right? He lifted her chin playfully. I belong only to myself. Or perhaps, you. Min Ning immediately showed her dissatisfaction. HMPH. You have no sense of propriety. Baihu stroked his chin in deep contemplation. It is the hour of ghosts. The yin and yang overlap. We can ask your grandfather directly for the truth. Min Ning was stunned. He is dead. How? Baihu replied calmly. Soul summoning. Min Ning gasped in horror. Only you could conceive such soul-summoning arts. Seeing them prepare to depart, An Tingsu spoke up. Baihu nodded, his voice calm. Yes, I shall arrange your escort back. Min Ming reminded him of the note. It mentioned demons haunting Huaishui village. Her grandfather was buried near that site. By imperial decree, those involved in the chancellor's treason cannot rest in ancestral lands. Without hesitation, Baihu grabbed her hand. We depart immediately. Time passed. They arrived at Huaishui village. Baihu spoke. This was once an ancient battlefield. Min Ning replied. That is why the grave plots are cheap. Her family was heavily fined. They could not afford a proper tombstone. In the shadows, eyes watched them. They mocked. Another fool courting death. Last year, the old Taoist priest perished here. Even he could not vanquish the ghost general. These two have clearly chosen their own graves. Stopping before a tomb, Min Ning spoke briefly. Do it. Baihu paused, stunned. Do what? Min Ning replied. Did you not speak of summoning souls? Baihu feigned ignorance. I am no Taoist priest. You asked me to summon souls. How could I? Min Ning grew frustrated. Was it not you who spoke of this? You are truly detestable and shameless. Was everything you said just a ruse? Baihu remained calm. Patience. Another knows the way. Soon, they reached a house. Baihu sensed an ominous aura. As they reached for the door, an old man approached, trembling with doubt. He rushed forward in panic. Stop! Do not enter! Baihu spoke coldly. Western Depot Guard. Investigating demonic disturbances. The old man waved his hands frantically. Lies! There is nothing here! Our villagers are honest. No demons dwell in this land. Baihu pointed at the door. Open it. We must inspect. The elder blocked their path. Outsiders cannot enter our ancestral hall. Open that door? No one can hinder them. Only Lin Shengxian can resolve this. Otherwise, all hope is lost. Hearing this, Baihu's expression turned cold. His voice carried a menacing threat. You dare defy the imperial decree? The elder knelt down, pleading. Official, please leave. Do not harm us or our village. He beckoned the villagers to kneel. They offered silver and food as a tribute. Seeing this, Baihu grew suspicious. Why were they so terrified? Suddenly, a child sprinted toward them, shouting, Elder! I have brought the immortals here! The elder turned and shouted. Why did you bring them here? The child replied. They are the immortals. Believing the Shangqing sect had arrived, the atmosphere shifted instantly. The elder looked at the pair and sighed. Indeed, they are immortals. Seeing Yin Du-ying appear, Min Ning was shocked. He wondered why she was there. The man accompanying Yin Du-ying stepped forward. He spoke gracefully. Officials, you should leave. The malevolent aura here is overwhelming. Martial arts alone cannot defeat these demons. Bai Hu scoffed. Your presence will only invite disaster. The man questioned him with deep suspicion. Yin Duying intervened, suggesting the officials were quite confident. They must have backing. That large man excels in martial arts and exorcism. The elder nodded, inviting the Taoist masters and officials inside respectfully. 4 villagers stepped forward to open the gate. As they followed Taoist Xuan Zhen inside, Yin Duying glanced back at Chen Tianhu, recalling her previous fortune-telling. He is not the heavenly eye-seer, Bai Hu teased. Will you be my cultivation partner? I will forgive your past insults. She gritted her teeth in rage, muttering, You! The system flashed. Negative emotions surged. Essence rewarded. Inside, they found a man and woman bound. Demonic energy choked their bodies. Seeing this, Taoist Xuan Zhen was stunned. His shock quickly turned to fury. He condemned the ritual sacrifice as heresy. Who is behind this? The elder pleaded. We were foolishly tempted. We will release them at once. Bai Hu stepped in. Sacrificing livestock is illegal. Human sacrifice is an unforgivable crime. Taoist Xuan Zhen turned to advise the 2 officials. Blades and fists cannot harm invisible ghosts. This place is lethal. Leaving is vital. And Dui Din disagrees. She doubts his words. Chen Tianhu controls the East Depot. He is capable. He seeks the ghost. Min Ning feels dread. She asks, Can you truly handle this? The Taoist seems sincere. He is not bluffing. Bai Hu answers with absolute calm. I possess no techniques against ghostly entities. Min Ning turns pale. Panic consumes her. She interrogates him. Then why sit there, waiting like a fisherman? Bai Hu remains composed. He continues. Lack of technique is not defeat. Observe closely. The village elder stares at the shrine. He trembles violently. He collapses. He weeps, begging mercy. Greed blinded me. I am ungrateful. Xuan Zhen is stunned. He understands nothing. The elder chokes himself. He screams for mercy. A man runs over. He shouts, Elder! Let go! He struggles to intervene. The strength is supernatural. A crisp snap sounds. He breaks his neck. Blood sprays. Life ends. The witness screams in horror. The rain pours endlessly. Min Ning gasps. What is this? Bai Hu speaks low. A ghost general's domain. Xuan Zhen ignites a talisman. Yin energy erupts. The domain manifests. He commands his allies. Form the defensive array. The 3 ghosts sneer. Xuan Zhen chants. Golden light protects me. The dragon-headed ghost stares in shock. Xuan Zhen seals the spell. Strike! The dragon ghost lunges. Teeth bared. Ready to kill. The giant maw looms. Xuan Zhen bellows. Thunder god, aid me. The ghost nears. Everyone strikes at once. The female ghost laughs. Pathetic. She transforms into black light. She shrieks. Die, filthy Taoist! Sharp claws sweep toward Xuan Zhen. A strike hit his gut. Xuan Zhen shivered in terror. He clutched his chest. The killing intent was ferocious. The ghost attacked. Everyone formed a defensive circle. Xuan Zhen chanted ancient incantations. Talismans soared into the sky. Guided by his supreme will, runes manifested in space, encircling the ghost entirely. Xuan Zhen tightened the seal. The ghost screamed in agony. Soon, her body disintegrated. Only black mist remained. Xuan Zhen smirked proudly. Then, a figure appeared behind him. Sensing danger, he paled. His brows furrowed deep. A youth lunged forward. Die! Xuan Zhen was struck. He cried out in pain. The youth awoke, confused. What have I done? Xuan Zhen roared. Damn it! You are possessed by demons! The youth smiled deviously. He raised his blade. And Dui Din intervened. Stop! She shouted. Evil spirit, reveal yourself! She prepared her strike. A palm blast hit him. The ghost was exorcised instantly. Seeing his wounds, allies rushed forward. They cried out for medicine. Suddenly, the shrine trembled violently. Ghost General Deng Ai emerged. He roared, None shall disturb this sanctuary! And Dui Din turned pale. She cast 2 talismans. 2 spirits charged forward. Deng Ai raised his hand. His eyes locked onto them. He growled with rage. You are all my soldiers! Ancestral tablets crashed inside. Bai Hu spoke up. The master finally appears. The general halted. The others trembled in fear. They relied solely on her, and Dui Din watched him. Doubt flickered in her heart. Her gaze shifted to Bai Hu. The general seemed fixated on him. A chill of unease spread. Min Ning turned to the commander. We are at the end. Use your techniques now. Reaching into his bag, Bai Hu spoke with absolute certainty. None know his origin, but I recognize him as Deng Ai. Betrayed by Jiang Wei, his lingering resentment runs deep. He waved his hand, suspending glowing talismans in mid-air. Worshippers believe faith brings blessings, while skeptics invite ruin. As a fallen general, Deng Ai is worshipped as a demon. Yin Weiyi gasped. That golden relic radiates pure, holy light. Bai Hu smirked. Beg me for help, and I shall intervene. Silence met him. If you refuse, I shall take my leave. Yin Weiyi snarled. Bai Hu, you are a shameless opportunist. The two juniors begged the goddess to reconsider the situation. The greater good. Senior brother Xuan Zhen is failing. Senior sister Yin, please lower your pride this once. Gritting her teeth, Yin Weiyi reluctantly nodded in agreement. She commanded. Bai Hu, I, Yin Weiyi, order you, slay him. System alert. Negative emotion detected. Reward. 5 years of energy. Bai Hu stepped forward. A mere phantom. I possess countless solutions. He raised a token. Deng Ai, do you recognize this item? The ghost general fixated on the artifact. He choked out, Jiang Wei. Instantly, Bai Hu activated the token and roared, Qilin-san, why have you not revealed your presence yet? Jiang Wei erupted from the token. Deng Ai, face justice. Deng Ai howled, Jiang Boyu. Jiang Wei struck instantly. Spears clashed. Brutal force struck his shoulder. Two ghosts collided. Weapons locked. Steel rang. Shockwaves rippled. Terrifying demonic aura paled their faces. Too powerful. Are these true ghost generals? Yin Weiyi trembled. Fear gripped her soul. The ghosts vanished. Bai Hu whispered. It is finished. His gaze drifted toward the village of Huairui. Taoist Xuan Zhen emerged, eyeing Bai Hu with suspicion. The juniors bowed. We thank you for saving us. Bai Hu maintained his brazen facade. Fairy, remember this favor well. An Dui Ding stammered in rage. You shameless scoundrel. Using kindness as extortion. The villagers of Huaishui peeked out. They asked, skeptically. Is it truly over? Has the ghost general been suppressed? It seems so. The officials and Taoists prevailed. Man Nin rushed forward. The crisis ended. Now, address my grandfather's affairs. Bai Hu faced the Shangqing sect. I saved your lives. Will you return the favor? Xuan Zhen replied, certainly. A life-saving grace. Never forgotten. His words ended. He coughed up blood. Two junior brothers panicked. Senior brother, Xuan Zhen. Are you all right? He replied. I am holding steady. Xuan Zhen asked Bai Hu. State your request. Bai Hu answered. 2 things. First, call the soul. Second, lend me the Shangqing manual. The junior brothers shouted. Our secret manual is not for outsiders. This request is impossible. It is highly improper. Xuan Zhen hesitated, recalling that great debts require great repayment. He closed his eyes, reaching into his robes. He declared, forget just one manual. If Chen Tianhu desires the entire library, it shall be granted. He tossed the book. It soared toward Bai Hu. Bai Hu caught the manual instantly. Holding the technique, Bai Hu began to read. Excitement surged within. Finally, he possessed it. He had now collected 7 cultivation manuals. Suddenly, the system blinked. Shangqing manual. Superb grade. Unlearned, he mused. Pity. Like the yin-yang art, it requires true essence. I cannot utilize its power yet. Watching Xuan Zhen meditate to heal his wounds, Bai Hu struck upon a devious thought. Why cultivate with essence? Could I not simply absorb his essence? Ndui Din stepped forward. You are injured. I will perform the soul-calling ritual. At the grave, she ignited incense, casting a spell to summon the spirit. The group chanted in unison. Spirit returned. Do not descend to the netherworld. Instantly, violent gusts erupted through the air. Ndui Din turned to announce the ritual's completion. 2 more days are required. Bak Ho clasped his hands. He expressed sincere gratitude to the immortal. 2 hours passed by. Man Ning and Bak Ho returned home. Dismounting, she spoke. Success is yours, immortal. We return in 2 days. We have arrived. Return home now. A child ran over. He shouted, Master, a letter has arrived. Bak Ho asked, stunned. A letter for me? Man Ning tipped the boy. She smiled and said, give it here. The boy handed it over. Here it is. Reading it, her grip tightened. Her anger surged. Ngodik Tu Trang. A blatant threat. Bak Ho spoke slowly. Ngodik Tu Trang belongs to Prince Kan. It once belonged to Chancellor Truong. After the scandal, they sought Prince Kan's protection. Hearing this, Man Ning sighed. Her expression turned heavy. The implications are deep. Await grandfather's return. Bak Ho's tone dripped sarcasm. Make a decision? If he sees you cowering, he will withhold the truth. Man Nin looked back. What do you intend? She heard his explanation. She was truly shocked. Inspect and seal Ngok Tu Trang? Bak Ho replied. Feng Ung serves Prince Kan. His son, Ma Lahai, is the adopted son of the nameless demon. He is on the watch list. Do not act rashly. The demon has many sons. One death is nothing. She dares not touch me. She won't kill him. On what authority? Bak Ho continued. Since the ambush, I planned this. Time to settle it. Hours later, in the Eastern Bureau, Bak Ho meditated in silence. 3 demons are dead. Dang Gai has been eliminated. Only the Lu Dao monster remains. Must find Chu Hua. At Ngok Manor, a subordinate reported the letter was sent. Min Ning remained silent. Perhaps he is terrified. The old man chuckled coldly. The Prime Minister's case was settled long ago. Even the Lin party fears intervention, let alone a lowly station master like him. A sword-bearing youth spoke. Father, his martial talent is quite exceptional. The old man sneered. Youth is foolish. He courts death. Like Minister Min Zhen, destroyed by this. The subordinate agreed. That minor official lacks the status to enter our gates. The old man inquired. How goes the recent shipment? It left the harbor. En route to the manor. He turned to his son. Lutio, how does this Min compare to you? He replied. I am a pavilion disciple. He is sectless. Merely a common martial artist. Simultaneously, Bai Hu and Min Ning arrived. The gatekeeper shouted, Trespassers! Withdraw immediately! Bai Hu glanced inward. His voice dripped with sarcasm. A dog is barking inside. Will you not discipline it? The guard was confused. What does a barking dog concern me? Bai Hu countered. Then I bring weapons. How will you manage? The guard stammered. You dare! Hidden figures in black cloaks emerged from the trees. They leaped behind Bai Hu. The guard panicked and shrieked. Disaster! They have prepared an ambush. Bai Hu's face hardened. He calculated in silence. He knew they were unloading cargo. A trap set to catch them red-handed. We must breach the gates. He pointed his blade inside. Eastern Depot investigation. Obstruct us? Absolute execution, the guard pleaded. My lord, let me report this first, Bai Hu retorted. Report? Then evidence will vanish. The order was issued. Charge! Take the manor! The black-clad warriors surged forward. The guard wailed. My lord, stop! Bai Hu raised his blade. Resist the depot? Immediate decapitation. Min Ning struck. He severed the guard's arms. The guards screamed in agony. Bai Hu commanded. Listen well. Kill them all. The attackers flooded the manor. Bloodshed ensued. The owner awoke, shouting, Who dares surround Yuxiu Manor? Suddenly, a panicked servant rushed inside. The Western Depot commander surrounds us. Terror washed over the owner's face. Escape through the rear mountain path. Shut down the Red Wharf operations immediately. Subordinate Chen asked, What of the cargo? Toss it into the pit? Impossible. Evidence remains even in pits. Leave no trace behind us. Gather all guards. We fight now. Bai Hu killed a guard. He spoke. Obstruct justice? Die. A guard roared. Stop right there! The young man turned his head. The guard lunged. Blade light flashed. The arm was severed instantly. Severed limbs hit the floor. Bai Hu remained perfectly silent. Min Ning appeared. She smirked. You owe me. A familiar scene of slaughter? The youth asked. Why sever limbs? Min Ning replied. I learned from you. A roar erupted. Bai Hu! Die now! Both turned toward the sound. The owner and his son charged. The spear struck at Bai Hu. Bai Hu parried. Perfect! I needed you! The owner felt deep alarm. His blade speed is unnatural. Despite striking first, he was deflected. A fatal slash descended downward. The son screamed. Father, look out! Min Ning blocked him. I am your opponent. He gritted his teeth. How annoying! Bai Hu calmly declared that no one could save him now. Submit to death, he commanded, striking a fist into his face. The manor lord was sent flying, blood spraying from his mouth. The scene terrified his son, Qi Qing, and the surrounding guards. Seeing the outcome, Min Ning lunged forward, attacking while shouting a reminder. Where are you looking? I am your opponent. The blade struck. The man shrieked in agony. Bai Hu stepped on the manor lord's head, his voice cold and commanding. Guards, seize every last one of them. The elder still tries to threaten you? You dare? Soon the father and son were bound and kneeling on the ground. With the task finished, a Jinyi guard wiped his hands and reported to the commander. They are all secured. Bai Hu asked calmly. Have they confessed yet? Min Ming replied. They confessed everything without needing violence. They were smuggling spirit stones. The manor lord gnashed his teeth in fury. A guard kicked him, shouting, What are you screaming about? Who do you think you are? A pained cry echoed. Still, the elder remained defiant. If I am nothing, then is Prince Jing nothing? He kept questioning, implying the investigation would disturb more powerful forces. Bai Hu ignored him completely, coldly ordering, He is too loud. Silence him. Understood. A bottle of liquid was forced down his throat. The son spoke up. I am a disciple of the pavilion master. I do not know how we offended you. Why did you come here to commit slaughter? He continued his threats, invoking the powers behind him. Bai Hu replied, For the sake of the pavilion master, I will spare your life. He stood up, stepped closer, and lowered his voice. "But your father must die today." His hand gripped the lord's head. The blade swung, ending his life. The son wailed in agony. Bai Hu withdrew his blade with cold eyes. "To ensure you do not seek revenge later." He severed the son's tendons without hesitation, then ordered the guards to drag him away. They replied immediately, at once. Bai Hu maintained his imposing aura, detailing the situation and the remaining protocol. The Jinyi guards shouted in unison. He clasped his hands and added, "Upon our return, I will Within the Jing mansion, the prince recoiled in shock. He dares to investigate the Jade Embroidery Villa? The subordinate explained the enemy's total force. The prince demanded the location of his men. His subordinate reminded him of the failed assassination. The imperial guards suffered heavy, humiliating losses. Pure fury consumed the prince's heart. His wine goblet shattered instantly. He slumped back into his throne. The subordinate panicked, calling out his name. The prince snarled, his face twisted in rage. "Get out!" He kicked the man away. Blood sprayed. The servant lay in agony. He mocked himself to spare his master. The prince calmed, his voice turning cold. "Summon Huang Lu King to arrange an ambush." The subordinate bowed, accepting the command. At the Jingyang Palace, tension hung heavy. The Empress Dowager slammed her desk shut. "Nurse." He investigated the Jade Embroidery Villa. The old demon confirmed the spy's report. The villa master fell. Feng Luo remains crippled. The former meant little. The latter was kin. "How shall we handle this rising talent?" The old demon bowed, awaiting her decree. "His martial path is truly heaven-defying." They plotted to inspect his lethal blade. Wu Qingsheng sighed at the mounting trouble. Bai Hu entered. "You requested my presence?" Wu Qingsheng displayed the mountain of complaints. "You acted without counsel. This was reckless." Bai Hu spoke. "Secrecy was the priority." Wu Qingsheng nodded. "That reason is sufficient." The Lin family joins the growing coalition. Bai Hu admits the blockade was not Elder Lin's order. Wu Qingsheng re-evaluates the situation. Bai Hu has reached the 6th rank. He admits his past blindness. He misjudged everything. Bai Hu responds humbly. Wu Qingsheng demands a demonic investigation. Claim glory. Silence the accusations. Find the truth. An imperial map is provided. The investigation begins now. The capital is cursed. 3 great demons remain. The demon general Deng Nai is the weakest. East City houses a demon with ancient ties. North City hides a dragon blood lineage. A noble fox demon occupies the prayer hall. Wu Qingsheng promises to reward success. Strike hard. Show no hesitation. Bai Hu departs. Wu Qingsheng smiles with satisfaction. Min Ning suspects the heavenly demon. Bai Hu remains dismissive. Keep investigating. Results will surely follow. They traverse the streets. A strange chill manifests nearby. Intense killing intent. Both immediately alert. Bai Hu glares upward. Who goes there? The intruder claims the Bai Liu sect. Bai Hu suspects the prince's hidden motives. The assassin denies all, only repaying a debt. Min Ning senses power. She offers help. Bai Hu refuses. Du Si unbinds his blade. A lethal strike descends. Bai Hum blocks. The impact shatters his defense. He retreats to regain his balance. Bai Hu stabilizes. His eyes grow cold and serious. Du Si surges forward. Overwhelming pressure. Utter disdain. Chen Tianhu is weak. 3 strikes. Your life ends. The blade falls. Bai Hu clenches his fist. He unleashes his technique. Direct collision. Power meets steel. Du Si is stunned. Such tyrannical fist arts. Bai Hu remains calm. 2 moves down. 1 remains. He summons his blade. Du Si watched, his voice dropping low. 1 final strike. Survive this, and I forfeit it. Instantly, his figure transformed into a blur. He charged Bai Hu. The blade blocked. Du Si shifted course. His footwork wove intricate, purple patterns. Bai Hu saw his intent. Du Si sneered. Go to hell! The blade descended. Bai Hu gripped his weapon. A blade aura erupted. Du Si parried hard. A shattering sound. His weapon snapped instantly. Reality shattered his composure. Du Si froze. How is this possible? Where did you learn that strike? Bai Hu glanced back coldly. This technique has deep roots. Min Ning smiled with hidden meaning. He slammed his blade down. Icy pressure spread. I comprehended it myself. Du Si was speechless. He collapsed, defeated. You win. I honor my word. He tossed a cultivation manual to Bai Hu. Bai Hu pressed him. Who? Du Si confessed. Empress Dowager Tian. Bai Hu calculated. This test signaled his impending promotion. Hours later. Inside the palace, the Empress and Wu Ming discussed affairs. Bai Hu entered. He offered a respectful bow. The Empress mentioned the Yuxi Manor investigation, implying he had backers. Bai Hu replied skillfully. He served the imperial family alone. The Empress remained skeptical. Unauthorized actions invite chaos. Bai Hu argued he acted for the kingdom. His logic pleased her. She tasked him with reopening the prime minister's case. Bai Hu obeyed. He saw an opening to crush Prince Jing. The empress hinted at protection. Bai Hu pondered the deeper meaning. He received the order and withdrew. Night fell. Bai Hu held the hairpin, weighing the risks. This was his chance to destroy his enemies. A sudden disturbance. Sensing peril surrounding An Tingsu, he charged forward. The door swung open. A frantic voice echoed. An Tingsu bolted out, screaming. She collided with Bai Hu. Surprised, he asked, "What has happened to you?" Shivering, she stuttered. Bai Hu grew confused. She insisted the creature was abnormal. Suddenly, the rodent lunged from beneath the bed. Bai Hu pulled her back. His gaze tracked the beast. An Tingsu screamed. A blade flashed. The rodent fell. "It is finished." Only then did An Tingsu notice Bai Hu. Her voice trembled. She noted his robes were stained. He replied calmly, "Remove them and wash them clean." Startled, she blurted out, "What?" Moments later, Bai Hu soaked in the basin. He deemed this payment for her salvation. An Tingsu reluctantly complied. His logic seemed sound. Suddenly, Bai Hu grabbed her. He pulled her inside. "Bathe with me." She panicked. "I beg you. Spare me." He pulled her down. His voice turned cold. "This is your punishment." She looked dejected. "You have no interest in women," Bai Hu retorted. An Tingsu confessed. She had seen him with Min Ning. He pinched her cheek. He revealed Min Ning's true identity. She gasped in shock. Bai Hu sighed. He lacked sufficient internal energy. The scene shifted to a desolate village. And Dunying stopped at the graveyard. Unease filled her heart. The soul-summoning ritual neared completion. One day remained. She entered to investigate. She walked between tombstones. Thick fog descended. The mist cleared. She stood in empty space. Her mind reeled. She felt utterly lost. Was her soul disturbed? Her cultivation level made that impossible. A voice challenged her. She spun around. "Who goes there?" A figure appeared. It was her own spirit double. She was baffled. "Only the dead see their own spirits," the shade replied. "You are dead," An Dunying countered. "I pursue eternal life. I cannot die." The shade mocked her path of forgotten emotions. Doubt took hold. Her resolve began to crumble. The shadow pointed out her corrupted heart. Secular desires had stained her Dako. Suddenly, two ghosts appeared behind her. Their command was cold and lethal. She struggled, frantic, and in denial. "No, that is not true." She fled, desperate to escape her reality. In her haste, she collapsed. Pain surged. Her name is not recorded yet. She can still save herself. She saw a figure ahead. She approached, demanding his identity. The figure remained silent. Recognizing Tong Xuan, she bowed deeply. She begged for a way out. He offered no direct answer. He simply reminded her of her own knowledge. The words struck her soul. She pondered her cultivation realm. Then, the figure vanished. Butterflies filled the air. She cried out, pleading for guidance. Silence returned. She stood before a tomb. Endless gravestones emerged. Her mind finally cleared. Just an illusion. Fear lingered on her face. She turned to leave. Escape meant salvation. Too late. She triggered the formation. The bloody scene appeared. She screamed for help. She retreated in terror, begging for mercy. The white tiger descended. The blade fell. The prince's head severed. It rolled to her feet. Disbelief consumed her. A familiar voice demanded she face the truth. Accusations hammered her heart. She squeezed her eyes shut. The relentless interrogation continued. She had no defense. Confusion peaked. She failed to understand. Fear birthed this nightmare. An Duydin knelt, trembling with uncertainty. Suddenly, a rooster crowed. The silence shattered. The illusion dissolved instantly. The rooster returned, mocking her. The disciple wondered. Was the master granting a breakthrough? Chuwai Duong replied coldly. Tao must be self-attained. The disciple hesitated. Why help her then? Chuwai Duong spoke coldly, severing a man's 3 corpses. The scene shifted to the West Bureau. Within the Great Hall, the White Tiger announced 2 pieces of news. Min Nin asked, "What news?" The White Tiger claimed the West Bureau's blockade of Yushu Pavilion was to investigate the Xiang Kingdom case. Upon hearing this, Min Nin's expression shifted. His voice trembled with fear of execution. What? That case is impossible to solve. Bai Huiran replied, I know my own limits. Min Nin continued. And the second piece of news? The young man raised a finger. On October 31st, the 3rd year of the Great Yu Emperor, West Bureau Chiliarch Chen Zunming will draw his blade to slay the flood dragon. Min Nin gasped. What did you say? The news spread. Hear the public outcry? The West Bureau aims to slay a dragon. If he acts, why need a Taoist? Just days prior, he besieged Yushu Pavilion. He defeated the Feng family with ease. Across the capital, he is a renowned martial arts master. As Chu Wai Duong sat upstairs listening to the rumors, a female disciple asked, "Master, why is he doing your work?" The disciple stroked her chin. "He is a West Bureau Chiliarch. No one believes he can slay a dragon. Perhaps even the flood dragon feels the same." The person continued to speculate. "That is why he leaked the news. It does not alarm the beast. Instead, it invites the dragon's arrogance. The dragon thinks the capital holds no threat to its ascension." Chu Wai Duong spoke calmly. "Cease your guessing. Serve the tea." Simultaneously, inside Jing Prince's mansion, the news from the White Tiger reached him. The prince grew suspicious. He is investigating the Xiang Kingdom case. Rage exploded. The prince roared. "Does he possess such gall?" An elder nearby whispered, "Prince, he dares to investigate. Someone must support him. We suspect the Empress Dowager." Jing Prince clenched his fists. "That woman, is she insane? Does she intend to shame the imperial family? She lacks an heir. She is barely part of the imperial family." The elder bowed. "The late emperor promised to protect you. The Empress Dowager surely weighs the family's prestige. A sovereign's word is absolute." Jing Prince sneered. He spoke with biting sarcasm. "Grand Secretary Zhu, a king's word is the greatest joke of all." Another elder interrupted. "Perhaps Grand Secretary Shu is unaware of the truth." Grand Secretary Shu looked. The elder explained the late empress's sacrifice for the people. She fell ill and perished. The emperor mourned 3 days. He observed 3 years of mourning. Old Master Shu hesitated. The elder continued. "Why go to Shanbai Temple?" She had other choices. The prince forced her hand. Old Master Shu asked, "Does this concern Prince Jing?" "Reopen the Xiangguo case. The prince will face exile." "The case touches the prince. His status remains fragile. Prince Jing must strike first." "Chen Tianhu seeks to slay the dragon? Let him strike. We move then. Opportunities do not return." Days later, a sword hung beneath the northern bridge. Bai Hu arrived. The dragon emerges. A water column surged. Huang Lu King walked upon the river surface. "Bai Hu. Long time no see." Bai Hu gripped his blade. They stood upon the silent water. Huang Lu King smirked. "Your last strike was narrow. This time, no escape." Bai Hu remained calm. "I have one final technique." Huang Lu King arched an eyebrow. "Do not disappoint me." He drew his blade. Blade energy tore the river. "Witness this." Bai Hu. The youth brushed it aside. "Your technique remains stagnant." Bai Hu lunged forward like a striking arrow. He slashed downward. The water beneath Huang Lu King exploded. The shockwave sent him reeling backward. A gash opened on his forehead. Blood dripped down. Huang Lu King steadied himself on the water. He touched his brow. A cold smile appeared. "A decent blade technique. You have ascended a level." Bai Hu countered. "You held back. You only tested me." Bubbles churned violently beneath the surface. Huang Lu Cheng showed surprise. Bai Hu signaled they neared the flood dragon. He gripped his blade. His aura surged. Bai Hu resolved to use his ultimate. The battle would end quickly. Huang Lu Cheng raised his blade. He spoke coldly. "Just do not flee like last time," Bai Hu retorted. "I shall not disappoint you today." The blade flared. Golden light erupted intensely. Huang Lu Cheng's expression shifted. "What technique is this?" In a heartbeat, Bai Hu turned into golden light. Huang Lu Cheng's body was severed. A tragic cry escaped him. He spoke one final sentence. "How is this possible?" The system notified. Huang Lu Cheng possessed 70 years of cultivation. Bai Hu absorbed all the essences. His harvest exceeded all expectations. 2 figures arrived by boat. Bai Hu sensed danger. They were elite experts. They were the brothers of the Gate of Gods. The tall one spoke. "You killed Huang Lu Cheng. You must be exhausted." The short one added. "Against us, your power is spent." Both leapt into the air. Weapons were drawn. The short one sneered. "No escape today." A chained net lashed out. Bai Hu dodged effortlessly. He sneered at their foolish strategy. The short one growled. "You cannot escape." The chain struck the water. The river erupted violently. The tall one appeared behind him. Sensing death, Bai Hu instantly vanished. The strike missed. The brothers watched with caution. These two radiated power greater than Huang Lu Cheng. 2 creatures emerged from the depths. The shrimp general urged caution. The crab commander warned. "The Dragon King approaches ascension." The short one mocked them. "Daring to call yourself a Dragon King?" The crab raged. The shrimp broke into a sweat. "The Dragon King shall ascend today. Show proper respect." Enraged, the short one lashed out. The crab blocked the strike. The crab shouted warnings. He urged a retreat. The shrimp panicked. The water boiled. Dark clouds gathered above. A shadow rose beneath the short one. In an instant, Bai Hu pierced his body. He spoke coldly. "Where are you looking?" The victim shrieked in agony. The tall one panicked. "Cursed coward, you ambushed him!" He lunged forward. He lunged his spear toward Bai Hu. Suddenly, the water exploded. A massive flood dragon emerged, roaring. Both warriors sweated in terror. Bai Hu did not hesitate. He engaged the enemy. Weapons clashed in rapid succession. The flood dragon surged above the surface. The tall man's face turned pale. Disaster. The dragon's gaze grew icy. It unleashed a fierce assault. The tall man panicked, scrambling to defend himself. Bai Hu spoke coldly. "Today is your end." He slashed forward. The enemy howled in agony, cursing as he fought back. The dragon's attack descended. It swept him away with a deafening roar. Bai Hu sprinted across the water, dodging every blow. Moments later, he sat upon a rock, eyes scanning the river in deep suspicion. The one who wounded the dragon had yet to appear. Suddenly, lightning descended from the heavens, striking the dragon. Zhu Yitang appeared, sword in hand. Bai Hu felt a spark of relief. She arrived. The dragon shrieked, suffering the tribulation while trembling at her presence. A single strike was unleashed, sharp and decisive. Then, a relentless barrage of sword light followed. The dragon's body was covered in wounds. It roared in agony. Its massive carcasses crashed heavily into the water. Bai Hu was stunned by her peerless power. As Zhu Yitang landed, he bowed. "Many thanks, Venerable Zhu." She replied differently. "It was merely convenient." Bai Hu continued, promising to remember this dead of life forever. Memories flooded his mind. Secret intentions rose within him. She remained as icy as ever. In his past life, he broke her sword. He hounded her to be his wife, denying her peace. This time, feigning ignorance might prevent old mistakes. Zhu Yitang did not reply. She turned to depart. Bai Hu hurriedly called out to stop her. "Venerable, please wait." Zhu Yitang spoke. Bai Hu beat around the bush regarding gratitude. Small debts require grand repayments after this life-saving rescue. He offered his name for future service. Zhu Yitang interrupted him without hesitation. Bai Hu laughed, calling himself Western Chu's Heavenly Hu. Zhu Yitang shook her head. That name sounded utterly ridiculous. His smile vanished instantly. Confusion filled his eyes. She turned away. He had grown thin and failed to recognize her. Hours later by the river, the group surveyed the carnage. They were stunned. He truly slew the flood dragon. Donggong AI spoke up. "Leader Lai's vision far exceeds our expectations," Donggong Ruo added. Coincidentally, he also shares the Chen surname. Donggong AI turned to ask, "Are Chen surnamed people rare? Do you suspect he has connections to us?" Donggong Ruo fell into silence. She studied the site, suspecting he walked the martial Dao. Donggong AI shuddered. This man's future is terrifyingly unpredictable. When asked for his weakness, the old woman spat. Lust. The young man suggested a courtesan, but she refused. He likely prefers men. He clings to a girl disguised as a boy named Min Ning, yet shows no base desires. The young man suggested using men instead. The old woman countered. In the prosperous capital, he has seen everything, yet lingers with a crossdresser. Is that not highly suspicious? Donggong A laughed bitterly. Normal men clearly cannot move his heart. Donggong Ruo winked. If Min Ning can crossdress, perhaps she could infiltrate Bai Hu's manor. The young man entered, announcing his return. Yin Tingsu was changing. She flushed red, flustered, and scolded him for not knocking. He cut her off, stepping closer. "What are you doing? Resting?" She nodded weakly in confirmation. Bai Hu gripped her shoulders. "I want to sleep with you tonight." Yin Tingshu froze. He had just broken through. He wanted to devour her. She clutched her chest, screaming in panic. She tried to resist. His kiss silenced her pleas. His hands roamed her legs. She could only emit soft, fragile cries. Moments later, Bai Hu shed his robes. His intent was cold and absolute. The following events are easily understood. Her cries echoed throughout the room. The next morning, An Tingsu remained asleep. Bai Hu stroked her hair, feeling content. She was utterly exhausted last night. The system suddenly announced the yin-yang manual's progress. He bonded with his former rival. Their hatred transformed into deep desire. Not yet love, but inseparable now. His true essence increased. Bai Hu rejoiced. His technique finally advanced. An Tingsu opened her eyes. He smiled. She stuttered, "Master." He demanded a change. She grew confused. He allowed any title. Husband or lord was acceptable. She belonged to him now. She nodded in quiet acceptance. She suggested he rest. She would prepare a meal. He watched her leave. She adapted very quickly. He contemplated his future cultivation. His hand touched the system interface. The system displayed his years of toil. Alchemy and sword mastery reached new heights. He touched the essence of Bai Liu. A new technique was finally born. He pondered, pleased with his new manual. He needed more powerful sword techniques. Rivals would surely grow stronger soon. A faint image appeared in the room. A spectral tree slowly took shape. He realized it was a rare talent. Infuse energy to awaken the power. A difficult choice lay ahead. Bai Hu held 2 true essence pills. He gave one to the spirit tree. I choose you. He entered deep meditation immediately. Golden light radiated from his body. He was shocked by the change. His meridians felt completely clear. His meridians were completely opened and surged. He realized one true essence pill remained. The telekinesis technique suited him perfectly. He fed the remaining pill to the tree. An Tingsu entered, whispering that breakfast was served. Bai Hu promised to meet Wu Dezhu later. An hour later, he arrived at Western Depot. Wu Qingsheng laughed, praising his dragon-slaying feat. Bai Hu tried denying, but Wu interrupted him. The Empress Dowager summoned the Dragon Slayer. Bai Hu hesitated. Wu urged him forward fearlessly. At Jingren Palace, the Empress doubted his power. The old demon did not answer directly. She suspected a hidden expert supported him. Her suspicion grew stronger with each word. He claimed the Yin Sword Mountain spirit intervened. The Empress gasped, realizing the true connection. He questioned her bond with the Sword Immortal. She remained cold. He was still under control. An attendant announced the arrival of the pair. Both men bowed respectfully before her throne. Wu Qingsheng petitioned for a grand reward. She feigned surprise, demanding the truth directly. Bai Hu stayed silent. Wu offered excuses. Bai Hu nodded, playing along with him. The Empress frowned. He was hiding something. She spoke of rewards and looming threats. Bai Hu asked for further clarification. She listed hidden dangers. She demanded absolute loyalty. Bai Hu knelt, acting the loyal subject. He saw the trap. Those threats were rivals. She scowled. He pleaded for mercy, gripped by sudden terror. She waved them away. Fury burned within her soul. Wombing, the demon asked. She exposed his hollow deception. She dismissed the sword armor. Heaven's mandate reigns supreme. She ordered a secret meeting. Leave no trace behind. As they departed, Wu Qingsheng turned to Chen Tianhu. He noted the Empress Dowager's excellent mood. She clearly remembered his loyal service. Bai Hu remained silent. He ignored the trivialities. Wu Qingsheng grew suspicious. He demanded clarity. Bai Hu spoke coldly. Address the Xiang country case. Purge the corrupt officials. End it with speed. Wu Qingsheng froze. Anxiety consumed him. He begged for caution. The case ran too deep. The court would revolt. Total chaos would ensue. Bai Hu felt nothing. He dismissed the warning. The next morning at the Lin estate, two men stood alone. King Jing spoke clearly. Dismiss all of your servants. Elder Lin obeyed. His men retreated into silence. He bowed politely. Why does the king visit me? King Jing stared hard. The Xiang country case looms. News spreads rapidly. Chen Tianhu seeks the truth. The deceased prime minister praised your loyalty often. Elder Lin claimed ignorance. That matter concerns us not. King Jing sipped tea. Did you know the Empress orchestrates this? After the An clan fell, their descendants suffered. The Empress used your power. She stabilized the throne. 15 years passed. The An clan grew strong. The hunt ends. The hound is slaughtered. Elder Lin trembled. Sweat beaded upon his brow. King Jing continued. Kill this case. Control Chen Tianhu. Use extreme measures. Show no mercy. Elder Lin agreed. The case must remain buried. As for Chen Tianhu, he will be dealt with. King Can expressed his satisfaction. Time was fading. He departed. As King Can vanished, Elder Lam spoke calmly. The eavesdropper clearly heard everything. From his hiding spot, Bok Ho emerged to offer thanks. Elder Lam stated bluntly. King Can intends murder. He inflicted heavy damage. He recalled recommending the boy to the Empress Dowager. He did not fail the Lam clan. Thus, he was warned. Once the boy rises higher, he must not forget. Bok Ho promised. He investigates the king's manor only. The Lam manor remains untouched. Elder Lam advised him to consult Yen Nhi. Others are inferior. She shall manage the household. Simultaneously, in a pavilion, a stern woman conversed with Uncle Wai Duong. She expressed deep gratitude. She thanked him for guiding her disciple. An Dui Din, she speculated. This grand plan began 10 years ago. Uncle Wai Duong mused silently. It began far longer ago. Perhaps a past life. An Dui Din's master continued speaking. Her arrival in the capital served two purposes. She sought another talent. Should fate align, she would accept them. Uncle Wai Duong asked for the name. She replied. It is the daughter of King Tuong. Uncle Wai Duong was shocked. She explained. The girl possesses heavenly ears, one of the 6 Buddha powers. Perfected, it hears all under heaven. Uncle Wai Duong remained skeptical. She grabbed a turtle shell. She cast a reed. According to the heavenly eye on Heaven Mountain, she is the incarnation of a bodhisattva. Furthermore, the omens indicate she remains in the capital, not the demonic sect. Outside, Bok Ho walked with Thing Tuyet. She asked his destination. Tonight, the Lacom Manor hosts a festival. He must attend. An Du Si Ding questioned her master. The master gazed at her in shock. Night fell upon the Laram Manor. Young Master Lam greeted guests warmly. He invited them to the poetry gala. Just then, Bach Ho arrived with An Thin Tuyet. He bowed in greeting. Young Master Lam smiled politely. His eyes shifted. He inquired about Thin Tuyet. Bach Ho introduced his wife. Young Master Lam arranged for his own wife to escort her. Tran Thien Ho would follow him. The lady of the Lam Manor gestured for her to follow. Moments later, near the lotus pond, An Thin Tuyet marveled at the scenery. The lady smiled softly. She bid her enjoy the view. Urgent matters required her attention. As she retreated, a boat appeared on the lake. Uncle Wai Duong steered it closer. She raised her hand. She signaled for him. An Tingsu felt a deep, profound confusion. Who was this mysterious stranger approaching her? The vessel drifted to the shore. Uncle Yitang sighed. He noted she no longer held her status as the demon sect saintess. An Tingsu was stunned. Before she could question him, he leaped onto the pier. He noted that her lack of bloodshed felt deeply unnatural to others. An Tingsu demanded his identity. Uncle Yitang coldly mentioned the name. Bai Hu. She suspected revenge. He claimed his true goal was to sever the 3 corpses of that man. Simultaneously, Bai Hu sneezed. He was utterly bewildered. He wondered who spoke of him. Young Master Lin asked about his well-being. Bai Hu forced a smile. Young Master Lin turned to introduce his guests. He gestured toward 2 elders. They were the Minister of Personnel and the Vice Minister of Revenue. They bowed with respect. Bai Hu returned the gesture in kind. The Vice Minister looked skeptical. Was this truly the intention of Grand Secretary Lin? Young Master Lin clarified. He alone made the decisions now. Suddenly, a donkey-headed figure appeared. He spoke with icy indifference. Another guest must appear. Bai Hu was shocked. It was the donkey-headed prince of the capital's 3 great demons. The Lin estate had formed an alliance. He analyzed the situation. Grand Secretary Lin was leaving, and Lin Yan lacked political footing. The Empress Dowager seized this moment. She reopened the case to purge the Lin faction. Once the pillars crumble, the faction falls. To survive, they must strike first. A realization struck. Was this a forced abdication? Outside, noise erupted. Disgruntled guests demanded a clear explanation. Guards barked orders. They struggled to suppress the chaos. An elder stepped forward to challenge them. Grand Secretary Lin Yan appeared. He summoned Lin Yan to justify these actions. Lin Yan stepped forward. He spoke with chilling, calm reassurance. He claimed these measures were forced. The Minister of Personnel interrogated his true intent. Lin Yan spoke bluntly. Imperial chaos stemmed from the Empress Dowager and the Jingren Palace. He demanded signatures. They must join the alliance to force the emperor's abdication. The ministers were horrified. Lin Yan threatened their kin held within the garden. Fury ignited. The crowd surged in protest. Even the Grand Secretary appeared deeply displeased. Lin Yan remained unmoved. He turned to Bai Hu, ordering him to seize the eastern depot. Bai Hu hesitated. The Empress Dowager's forces were still too strong. Lin Yan revealed his trump cards. The Western Forbidden Army and the Prince of Annan. Calculations show the prince's army approaches the capital. Bai Hu realizes the Lin estate's resolve is absolute. Lin Yan questions the empress's favor. Bai Hu feigns ignorance. He mentions the Chen clan of Jin. Bai Hu remains silent. Lin Yan recounts the Luoyang massacre by Western Jin. The empress seeks vengeance against the Jin clan. Bai Hu maintains his facade of doubt. Meanwhile, Zhu Yitang observes the rapid unfolding events. Yin Tingshu is confused. Lin estate plans a coup. Yin Tingshu is struck by absolute terror. She demands his true identity. He offers no answer. Zhu Yintang admits his role in the scheme. He calculates his own gain involving Bai Hu. Yin Tingshu trembles. She realizes the truth. He confirms his title. She fears for Bai Hu. Zhu Yitang strikes. He leaves a protective seal. A surge of power strikes toward Yin Tingshu. She screams in terror. Like and subscribe to O9